Hi, everyone. I'm Audrey.
And I'm Anthony. Together, we are Reyony.
Yep.
Audrey, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm okay. We had some technical difficulties.
No, it's so
Sorry for the delay.
stressful to start out with technical difficulties.
It's a bummer.
Yeah, Anthony was like scrambling, like, why isn't it working?
Yeah, I have. I tested it earlier in the day. I usually do extensive testing, but then the same settings didn't work.
Why?
Pretty much, we have the console into a splitter that goes to our separate computers, and
Is it the lale lule lo, you think?
now it is. Now that you said it,
Now
how
it
dare
is?
you?
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Well,
Here we are.
yeah, did you get a fish and mailed sort of error?
Thankfully not. Thankfully
Okay,
not.
Okay, it's not that serious then.
No. We're okay.
We're
We'll
okay.
make it. But yeah, how's everyone doing? Today, we are starting Metal Gear Solid 5. No promises.
What? We're here.
No. After every Metal Gear game, we've been like, no promises, and then we're in it.
You know, it did not click with me until we just talked about it, like right today.
Okay.
That there's like this that we're doing today, Ground Zeroes, is a separate kind of prologue
Yes.
to, would you call it the main game? Or the...
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're packaged together, by the way.
But I didn't realize...
We're playing the PS4 definitive experience.
That it came out like
I checked
separately.
the dates.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Ground Zeroes was a shorter prologue experience that they released earlier. This was March 2014.
Okay.
Okay. Then the full game, The Phantom Pain,
Uh-huh.
came out September 2015.
Separately. Did it include Ground Zeroes when it...
I think maybe certain editions of it included.
Interesting.
And then later it was repackaged like this, the definitive experience.
I see. Did Ground Zeroes have a physical edition?
It did. And they both
Wow.
were, I think, were they...
I don't know why I'm so surprised by this, but I
Chat,
didn't know.
were they cross-platform? Or was it like PS3 first and then eventually ported?
Oh.
Or was it simultaneous release on both platforms? I think simultaneous both, but...
Interesting.
Yeah, Metal Gear Solid 5 with a V, Roman numeral 5V, Ground Zeroes, and then The Phantom Pain. So, last time we did say we might be playing Revengeance, but for various reasons we decided to just hop straight into Metal Gear Solid 5.
Let's just go for it.
Those of you who have been around know that we played through Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, 3, 4, and just finished Peace Walker last week. Incredible experience. At the end of Peace Walker last week, I wanted Audrey to answer the question, was this a story worth telling? And you still, it seemed like you felt like you needed more time to digest that.
Yeah, I think I did.
And then I said that you may want to further develop those thoughts later on.
Right, you did.
Yeah.
Oh, so I wonder where this game takes place.
Yeah. So again, you guys, Audrey knows very, very little about this or these games.
Yeah.
She may have just seen or heard things over the internet.
I probably know nothing.
Yeah.
I can't think of one thing that I would know from this game.
So we'll continue with that. I won't tell you anything.
Okay.
But you'll probably be able to infer some things as soon as we get to the main menu and stuff.
Okay.
But I'm excited. Welcome everyone to our weekly duo stream. This is where Audrey and I are together.
Thanks for being here.
Playing something. And
Rafa got that first.
Yeah, Rafa with the first. Thank you so much.
Rafa, how you
Glad
doing?
to have you here.
And we got Fry Sauce.
Fry Sauce is excited. We're excited to have you.
Excited for Ground Zeroes, brother. And Blossom, thanks for being here and helping us out. Blossom.
Thanks,
Winnie the
Blossom.
Pooh's favorite Halloween idea, little known fact, is Liquid Snake. Can you do that in Pooh's voice, but like Pooh doing?
No.
But Pooh doing a Liquid Snake.
That's so hard. I'll have to practice.
Okay, I can't even do a regular Pooh. Anyway, we'll try to work on that.
How do you feel about Metal Gear Solid? Us playing Metal Gear Solid 5 tonight, Blossom?
Oh yeah.
Some excitement, hopefully.
Yeah, must have been like Big Boss punching the AI pod in Peace Walker saying why for your technical issues.
Yeah.
It was
pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
What is it? Percussive maintenance?
Oh yeah.
Is that what people call it?
And then I just sing na 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 as he was doing all this troubleshooting. It did not help. I remember buying The Phantom Pain when it first came out in 2015. The first game I paid with money I earned from full-time work. Rafa!
Proud of you.
Proud of you too.
You did it.
I wonder if it was worth it. Don't tell me.
Yeah, no spoilers. No
spoilers.
opinion spoilers.
Yeah, yeah, no opinion spoilers. And Phantom Cigar.
Hey, what's up, Phantom?
Hello, how you doing?
What's up?
Oh, and Rafa with some backstory. I love this. Some backstory. Rafa's dad loved Metal Gear Solid and got Rafa into playing the game.
Nice.
And first memory is having a nightmare of Psycho Mantis controlling Rafa from across the house.
Yes.
That's kind of amazing.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Great nightmare. I hope you still have that nightmare.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. Hopefully it's a pleasant dream now.
Oh, man, that's funny.
That's awesome. Thanks for sharing that.
That
What's
is
up,
funny.
Snake?
Snake,
for being here.
how's it going? Blossom, how do I feel? I mean, this could have been Jump King, but I'll deal with it. Okay.
Yes, you will deal with it.
You will deal with it.
But here we are. Audrey doesn't know anything.
No.
We're going to be opening with some mission briefings and stuff. But just a reminder, for these duo streams, we're just trying to maintain a steady pace through the story. And with your help in chat, hopefully, especially when we get to the Phantom Pain, since I haven't played it. By the way, I have played Ground Zeroes. It's been a while, but I haven't played the Phantom Pain. With your help, perhaps you can lead us towards the extra content that'll be important to the story. We're not looking for silly Easter eggs. We're looking to enjoy the story. And often to facilitate that, we choose to play games on an easier difficulty. We're not looking to beat any world records or anything. We're just trying to react to Audrey or watch Audrey react to the story.
Yeah. Yeah.
So thank you for...
No judgment.
No judgment. Play how you want to play.
Play how you want to play.
And that's how it goes here.
If you were going to write a comment on our VOD on YouTube about it, just don't.
Just don't.
Just don't. Because
play how you want to play.
Because we don't care. Sorry.
Hey, Colin, what's up?
Colin, how's it going? So like I said, I didn't know that Ground Zeroes was like a separate thing from Phantom Pain. I don't know why. So then when I was like, oh yeah, we both haven't played this. And you're like, oh no, I played this. And I was like,
you're like, what? Did you lie?
So then, yeah, I don't know why. I totally...
Maybe you knew at one point and then you forgot.
I probably
Because people just
forgot.
say MGS5, right?
Yeah.
They no longer differentiate the two because it's a complete package.
But they are considered separate things.
They were released as separate things, but the Wikipedia entry says that Ground Zeroes is the prologue.
Yeah.
It was just released separately and earlier.
Interesting. I'm trying to think of like another game that kind of does something like that. Where it's like it's its own. I feel like it's. I don't know if I'm like thinking into it too much, but it's like it's its own thing. But then also it's considered like part of this other thing, but it's kind of its own thing. I don't know. Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts does that, right? Wasn't there like a chapter 0.8 kind of thing?
There was, but I don't
Stuff
think,
like that.
I think that wasn't released. Was that didn't get a physical release on its own?
2.8.
2.8. Yeah, that.
Fragmentary Passage.
But that was.
It's its own standalone thing.
Yeah.
But also gives you a taste of what is to come with Kingdom Hearts 3.
But that was released with Kingdom Hearts 2, kind of, right? Wasn't it?
I don't remember. It was 2.8.
I don't think 2.8 got its own physical release.
What am I thinking? But conceptually, whether the software was on the disc or something else, but conceptually, I think that might be the closest
conceptually,
comparison.
oh yeah, for sure. But then I don't know why I'm hung up on the fact that it got its own, like it was released well in advance.
Yeah, year and a half.
of that game.
Yeah.
It has the number 5 in it.
We'll have to look into the history of it because perhaps the Phantom Pain was meant to be released even earlier, but then delays or something. That could have happened.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. So with Phantom Pain, you'll have to have a good eye for which viewers mention the kinds of extra content you wanted to see in past games. Okay.
Your still on, by the way?
No.
Okay, just checking.
Okay, interesting. Good to know in advance, Blossom.
Yeah, that's going to be hard.
Yeah.
We're going to need some help from the moderators.
Okay. Yeah, if it...
Moderators know what we're looking for.
If it happens, it happens.
If it happens, it happens. And we'll deal with it.
Yeah.
But we'll try to avoid the stuff that doesn't really add much.
Is that an official Dark Souls shirt? I don't think so.
It's not. I don't know. I don't think it's officially licensed. No.
No.
But it's officially my shirt.
There you go. I think it's because Konami wanted to make money soon. That's why they have 2 Metal Gear Solid 5 games.
That could be a reason too.
That is, I would believe that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Audrey was wondering, was Ground Zero's full price $60 when it launched?
I was wondering that. I was like, I don't know. I was so confused. I was like, wait, there's Metal Gear Solid 5?
Yeah, you were searching for precedent, right?
Yeah.
Couldn't find anything.
Yeah. Well, in my brain.
Yeah.
Imagine Nomura and Kojima making a game together. My brother is my string. I love it.
That would be awesome.
I love it. Metal Gear is light. All I know is you don't want to throw off the tone. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So I had to kind of clarify that in response to a YouTube comment. Blossom. Essentially, when we talk about how this series rides the line between silliness and seriousness, it certainly does. But there's different kinds of silliness in these games, especially Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3. There's the silliness in context. Ocelot meowing was like, what? But he was doing an in-context call to his Ocelot crew. It's funny. And it's silly, but there's context for it. Leaving the tracker in your back so that you get this weird wrestling silhouette imagery that has no basis in what's going on, actually, that's a different kind of silly Easter egg. Which my personal opinion, may differ from yours, is maybe better for subsequent playthroughs.
I think for us, especially since we're just trying to get the story,
the immersion
of it, then I would say maybe we didn't need that kind of thing. But I understand how that kind of moment contributes to the overall tone of what people think of when they think of Metal Gear Solid.
Absolutely.
So I understand. But we already kind of get an idea of the tone, so it's kind of like we want that tone and we want the story, and
we'll try not to stress out too much if those things just happen. That's just how it is.
Yeah.
But let's dive in.
Let's dive in. Okay.
So you can switch to the game.
Here we go.
All right, we are playing the PS4 version of the game on our PS5. And here's the first question: Play Ground Zeroes first? Question mark. Here you go. You tell me what you see and what you think this game is. Because again, Audrey doesn't know.
Okay.
You got audio?
I got audio.
Chat at any time. Let us know if we need to adjust audio.
Yeah. There's no music right now.
There's no music right now.
Yeah. Oh.
Definitely, Rafa. We were prepared.
Oh, yes. There was a briefing. Yeah, Anthony did say.
Yeah, Raptor. Again, Audrey, don't look at the box.
Oh, yes, of course. Rafa says that they recall that Ground Zeroes was cheaper than Phantom Pain. Okay. Okay, let's get into it. Thanks, everybody.
And apologies again for the delay. Technical difficulties. Big bummer.
The loading icon.
Tell me what you see. Tell me what you think.
Looks a little grainy.
Okay.
Is it possibly meaning it's in the past? That's a grainy. I don't know if it comes off on stream, but it's like, it's got that.
$40 and $30. $40 and $30, depending on platform, for Ground Zeroes. Thank you, guys.
Oh, okay.
What do you see?
Okay, I see a snake with an eye patch on his right eye.
Uh-huh.
He's got that mullet hair.
Uh-huh.
He's got a logo on his left shoulder. Oh, what is that? That looks familiar. It's like a skull. Have I seen that? Have I seen that?
Mm-hmm.
I have? Is that?
I think so.
Is this like? Huh.
Okay, let's let me press a button. Ready?
Wait, I want to.
Oh, sure, okay.
I want to look at him
what
a
other
little
observations?
more.
By the way, Audrey knows that this is a potential one-sitting game.
Yeah, I'm trying to identify where this might take place. I think maybe this is Big Boss.
Okay.
It's like, it's not and it's not an old snake, but it's not a youthful young snake. I'm gonna say this is after Peace Walker.
Any thoughts on the freaking graphics jump?
Oh yeah, I think.
Metal Gear Solid 4 was the most advanced previously.
Oh, I was thinking from Peace Walker.
Well, I mean, Peace Walker for sure. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm seeing some wrinkles. Some shininess in the skin. He's got some his 11s pretty deep in here. That's 11 wrinkles are the ones between your eyebrows.
Got it.
See some like kind of sunspots going on. So
Phantom
basically
will get there for sure.
Skin texture. I don't know why I'm hyper focusing on that stuff. Probably because I'm into skincare.
Continue to comment on that as we get closer.
And facial hair. Yeah. Has he always had a beard?
You ready for backstory?
Yeah, let's go.
We're gonna read back and forth pages, okay?
Logo.
You want to read the first one?
Sure.
Feel free to comment.
Is that logo from Peace Walker? His How come I don't remember? Me first, you said.
Yeah.
For us, there is no victory. Snake. There lived a man who was a legend among mercenaries. A man who put together a formidable unit of soldiers of fortune long before the advent of private military companies that dared to call itself a nation. A man who, with his nation at his back, made an enemy of modern capitalist society and the world. This is his story.
We're not mercenaries. We're not a foreign legion. MSF's a business, a new kind of business. Known by code names such as Snake and later Big Boss, he proved himself as an agent of U.S. Special Forces Unit Fox, but a certain incident spurred him to part ways with the military, and he is said to have roamed the world's war zones as a gun for hire. I believe they're referring to Portable Ops, which we didn't play.
Okay.
In 1974, Snake and his partner, Kazuhiro Miller, were running a small mercenary outfit in Colombia when they were visited by a man claiming to be a professor from Costa Rica's University for Peace. According to this professor, there had been several incidents involving a mysterious armed group in Costa Rica, a country without a military of its own. The professor was accompanied by one of his students, a girl named Paz, who had been abducted and assaulted by this group. The professor and Paz offered to hire Snake to drive the group out of Costa Rica. However, Snake saw through their deception in an instant.
He did?
Okay. Yes. He called him out too. You remember he said, "Oh, KGB."
Oh,
it was like in the second
that
cutscene.
part of it. Okay. Oh well, he didn't see through Paz at that moment.
No.
Okay. Good thing we did that thing after the first set of credits, huh?
Yep.
Okay. My name is Paz, and I will do anything to protect my namesake. Paz. The professor was actually a KGB agent, and the armed group in question backed by the CIA. The Cold War was no stranger to such overseas clandestine operations between U.S. and Soviet agents, but the CIA's motives were a mystery. Clandestine, yeah. Clandestine. Paz had escaped from one of the CIA group's facilities with a cassette tape. On it was the voice of the woman known as the Mother of Special Forces, the boss. With a popular song from 1973 playing in the background, it was reasonable to conclude that the recording was made recently. Snake was stunned. The boss was supposed to be dead. What was she doing in Costa Rica?
Now I realize the significance of that song, at least initially.
Why?
It was kind of like holding up today's newspaper.
Oh, that's what I always interpreted
that made sense.
It
It makes perfect sense. I missed that connection.
Okay.
I'll do it for the girl. For Paz. Snake. The boss was Snake's mentor, and the only woman he ever loved. But 10 years prior, Snake was forced to take the boss's life as part of a mission, a bitter memory that still haunted him. Despite realizing that she simply could not have survived, Snake was unable to turn the professor down. Telling himself he was intervening as a deterrent for the defenseless country, as well as to honor the virtue of Paz's name, peace, Snake departed for Costa Rica. Once there, he ran into a unit of the Sandinista National Liberation Front that had fled Nicaragua. After rising up against the pro-American Somoza regime, these rebels had become targets for the CIA group, who killed their commandante and left the unit in shambles.
Like how it said, telling himself he's doing this, but really. Everyone treats me like a child. I couldn't stand it anymore. Chico.
Dude.
Snake rescued the Sandinistas and invited them back to Mother Base, the new offshore base of operations provided to them by the KGB. The fallen Commandante's children, Amanda and Chico, saw something of their hero, Che Guevara, in Snake, and grew to idolize him. This triggered a rapid expansion of Snake's forces. However, he was still no closer to discovering what the CIA was really up to in Costa Rica.
I believe in peace through nuclear deterrence, Huey. Snake then encountered Huey, a wheelchair-bound scientist being forced to work for the CIA. Huey revealed the CIA's terrifying plot. They were developing a system by which, following radar detection of an enemy nuclear launch, an AI would analyze all available data and automatically execute a retaliatory nuclear strike at appropriate targets. Although designed to increase the power of nuclear deterrence, Coldman, the CIA's Central American station chief, planned to actually launch a nuke to demonstrate the effectiveness of automated retaliation. This demonstration was only 5 days away. Snake rushed to the development lab to stop their AI from being completed.
You've left everything behind, your country, your identity, your past and ideals, but there's still one thing you haven't let go of, Miller. Upon infiltrating the lab, Snake was greeted by the voice from the tape, that same voice of his lost mentor, but this was in fact the voice of the retaliatory system's AI. Its developer, Dr. Strangelove, had selected the boss, the so-called greatest soldier who ever lived, as the AI's intellectual model. However, succumbing to personal obsession, Strangelove had deviated from the research's original purpose. Not only had she reproduced the boss's voice, she was on the verge of bringing her psyche back to life in AI form, driven by a bizarre kind of love. Strange love, if you will. What if the boss could truly be revived in every detail, if only in AI form? Snake hesitated as Strangelove's idea touched his sense of loss. His guard down, Snake was immediately captured. The boss AI was completed, and Peace Walker, the nuclear-equipped walking battle tank housing the retaliatory AI system, went active.
I was made to fight. I am a gun. Snake. Snake fought in vain as Peace Walker prepared to fire the nuke. But in the face of catastrophe, it was ultimately a machine that saved mankind from nuclear annihilation. The boss AI sank Peace Walker to the bottom of Lake Nicaragua, stopping the launch. With the crisis behind him, Snake took advantage of his recent mobilization to continue Mother Base's expansion indefinitely. Snake understood that AI had acted to save the world, but that did not change the fact that this system based on the boss's mind had chosen to lay down its weapon. At last, to lay down its weapon. As a weapon himself, Snake felt the act to be a rejection of his life. Undeterred, Snake and Miller invited Drs. Huey and Strangelove to Mother Base to develop Metal Gear Zeke, a bipedal weapon they eventually equipped with a nuclear warhead, suddenly making their unit a nuclear power.
This place will no longer be my heaven. Paz. Meanwhile, Mother Base took in Paz, already an orphan but now left without even her KGB benefactor following the end of the crisis. However, this was all engineered by an intelligence agency known as Cypher. Under Cypher's orders, Paz got close to Amanda, Chico, and the others while exploring more and more of the base, secretly plotting to hijack Zeke. Her objective was to use the weapon as a bargaining chip to force Snake into becoming the military arm for Cypher. Paz's attempt failed when Snake defeated Zeke, and she was thrown beneath the waters of the Caribbean. It was only then that Snake learned Chico had fallen in love with her. Oh, I think I missed that. A diary she kept while on the base was discovered several days later. It revealed a young girl torn between serving Cypher and following her heart.
By the way, we definitely missed out on a lot
Yeah.
in Peace Walker
Yep.
by not embracing the cassette tapes. So they're kind of touching on some of that here.
Gotcha.
This is Chico. Cypher's holding me on a U.S. military base in Cuba. Chico. Perhaps due to Paz revealing the existence of Snake's nuke to Cypher, the International Atomic Energy Agency contacted Mother Base to request that it agree to a nuclear inspection. If word got out that Snake's unit had a nuclear weapon, it would face severe criticism from around the world. But Huey, acting on his own, informed the IAEA that Mother Base would allow the inspection. His reasoning was that as long as they kept Zeke and its nuke hidden from the inspectors, they could demonstrate to the international community that they were not a threat.
Oh, God.
The option to call off the inspection having expired, Snake and his men reluctantly got preparations underway. Meanwhile, Amanda, deployed to Cuba to assist the Sandinistas, learned that Paz had survived. The timing could not have been worse. Suspecting her of turning her back on the organization, Cypher had captured Paz and was interrogating her at a U.S. military base on the southern tip of Cuba. Chico learned of this and set out to save Paz by himself. It was not long before a radio message from Chico reached Mother Base, saying he too had been captured.
This is new stuff? Or?
This is new.
Okay,
They're setting it up now.
Okay. I know it hurts right now, but it will all be over soon. Pause. With an idea as to Cypher's true identity, Snake could not allow what Chico and Paz knew to fall into their hands. Furthermore, if he could rescue Paz, he might be able to get information from her that would help him fight back against Cypher. On the eve of the nuclear inspection, Snake made the decision to leave for Cuba.
Now you know.
I think I just remembered that you played this.
You did. I'm surprised you didn't remember earlier.
It's like something triggered in me when we started reading it. I was like, oh my God, I remembered that you played this now.
Yeah.
So I think I'm remembering a scene. I think I remember a scene.
Yeah.
Which is, it's like, it was weird. It was like in the deep recesses of my mind and suddenly it just came forward and I was like, oh my God, I think this was this.
Okay.
So I won't say
Delete that. But thank you.
I mean, I wish I could, but it's already there. You know what I mean? I don't want to pretend like I don't have it when I do. Well, maybe it's another, Final Fantasy VII situation where I have it
where
all
you don't have the
mixed up.
context. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see.
But I think I remember something.
Yeah, La Bamba, what's up? Redact it.
I wish.
I think that was a really clear and easy to understand retelling of Peace Walker. Don't you think?
Yeah, I think it summed it up pretty well. I mean, there's there's the little things in between.
Yeah, this was very straightforward, factual. These are the things that happen.
Yeah, they kind of talk. Nah, that's fine. Yeah.
Okay, so the next thing that we should consider embracing. Okay, so we're gonna try to embrace cassette tapes in this game more than we did in Peace Walker. But we're not necessarily gonna do all of them. I know there's some that we can listen to here now, and I'm gonna prioritize some, and then some we're gonna have Audrey just listen to off stream. If that's cool with you guys.
Yeah.
These are the ones we have. Ready?
Okay.
We have the pre-mission brief. I think this is number 1 that we should do.
Okay.
Paz's spy log.
Ooh.
Which is the events of Peace Walker from the spy, Paz, her perspective.
That's pretty awesome.
This is priority number 2.
Okay.
I don't want to run too late, so we might skip that for now, but I really believe that we should listen to it off stream.
Yeah.
And then the other one was actually available in Peace Walker. This is Paz's diary.
Right. Okay.
And the thing is, this is like 30 minutes.
Okay. Yeah.
But we're going to listen to the mission brief.
Okay. Yeah, Blossom said, I knew you didn't do them on stream, but I'm surprised you didn't off stream. I feel like an idea for 5 could be to listen to the tapes off stream and then mention any interesting ones in the recap at the start of the stream.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, that is. So we'll do, like you said, you kind of edit them. So we'll do the necessary ones now and then the other ones.
Yeah. Hope you guys are okay with that. The necessary ones are these ones, pre-mission brief. Okay. 2 points to bring up before we play any of these. One is, for no specific reason, some housekeeping from Metal Gear Solid 3. I think Blossom mentioned this on the Discord, and many people mentioned this on the YouTube comments. And we kind of heard people talk about it after Metal Gear Solid 3. We missed out on some codec calls in 3. One that, correct me if I'm wrong, strongly implies who the boss's child is.
Yeah.
So based on the information we have up to this game, we strongly have evidence. It basically narrows it down, Labama says. Am I correct in saying this? We strongly believe, as consumers of these games, that the boss's child is Ocelot. So Audrey felt that already.
No, I didn't.
Oh, you didn't?
I did not.
You made guesses. I recall you making guesses.
I made guesses that it was Gray Fox.
Oh, okay.
Or was it? Did I guess Gray Fox or something?
So I'm not confirming or denying. I just want to make sure you have all the information here. the information given to us as players.
But
up
so
to this
they don't
day.
ever, up to this point, they don't ever explicitly say it, but it is very, very highly suggested, or I don't know. There's a lot of circumstantial evidence.
Is that correct?
Points
Is
to
that
it.
Are those words the best way to describe that, chat?
It
sounds like
basically
it's-
narrows it down without outright saying it.
Yeah.
Yes. Meowsers.
We're being very specific and careful with our words.
But I'm like, I don't know. What I remember when I read that, like someone, or I think was it on the Discord? Maybe someone put it behind a spoiler tag.
I think
and
Blossom
read it.
did.
Yeah, Blossom. Yeah, thank you for that, Blossom. I read that and I was like, really? Because they had interacted, but okay,
yes. So these thoughts you have are thoughts players had lingering for
Okay,
years
okay.
in between games.
So we at this point we don't know. It's strongly suggested, but would Ocelot have known?
We do not know.
Okay, at this point we don't know.
At this point, we do not know.
Would
Thank you guys for helping us dance around these things.
the boss have known?
We don't know.
Okay, interesting. Okay,
But maybe we should go back and
Yeah.
watch that. Was it the codec call that you linked, Blossom? Feel free to bump that again for us.
I gotta
But yeah.
watch that.
Cool.
Yes.
That was housekeeping item number 1. Glad I brought that up. Housekeeping item number 2. Goodbye, David Hayter.
What?
Did you know this?
No. Really?
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Are the reasons publicly known, or is it people speculating?
Uh-oh.
But do you know
Hey,
the
Big
new
Dingy.
voice actor?
I don't think I do. Well,
Okay.
would I know?
Oh, I'm not going to say anything then. Let's just see what Audrey thinks. Just know that it's a different actor now.
Oh.
My potentially outdated understanding was Kojima wanted to begin to separate Snake from Big Boss.
Okay.
Like 'cause
Snake from Big Boss?
like a different voice, a different look,
Snake as in
solid Snake.
a solid, not
yeah.
Nate. What about naked? I mean, naked Snake is.
Yeah.
Snake.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Kojima just wanted a higher profile person, is how I always interpreted it. Gotcha. Kojima
A
wanted to
higher
get rid
profile.
Kojima wanted to get rid of Hater for years. Dang. Okay.
What? What is it Keanu Reeves or something?
Whoa.
Who's
So we'll tell you who it is later.
Okay.
If you have guesses, that's fine.
Well, yeah,
But-
I will reserve judgment.
yeah.
And you know, Kojima
Reserve
loves
your
his
opinions.
movies. Oh my God, Kojima does love his movies.
Let Audrey form her own opinions first, y'all.
Is it
before you
Leah
influence it.
Sado?
Oh.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Pre-mission brief. We'll play all these. Ready? I'll do the one by one.
This is a one-man infiltration mission, boss. Equipment is the bare essentials. Anything else will be OSP. The target location
Is
is
this
a
Miller?
prison camp on a U.S.
Yeah.
military base. Those Marines have the place locked down tight. Your only backup will be one extraction chopper. We can't send anything else.
You won't need to.
Again, this is infiltration, a sneaking mission. Your number one priority is remaining undetected. Use discretion before engaging any guards you encounter. Be mindful of their sensory perceptions: sight, sound, smell, and pain. Fortunately, these atmospheric conditions will continue until dawn. That should provide you with some cover.
At least the weather's on my side.
Your mission objective is to rescue Chico and Paz. According to Chico, they're both being held at an old prison facility. Recon from the intel unit supports this, so it's safe to assume that's where they are. Once you've gotten them to the RV, call in the extraction chopper. I'll monitor the situation and offer guidance from here, but you'll be the one in the field. How you handle this mission is entirely up to you, boss.
Okay. Same as usual.
Snake, yesterday we received official communication from the IAEA. It says, it has come to our attention that your organization recently purchased nuclear fuel from Uzbekistan authorities. We request permission to inspect your facilities.
What a load of bullshit.
Yeah, they're after Metal Gear Zeke's nuclear warhead. I'm betting this is payback from Cypher after Paz's leak.
Using the UN.
There's no telling how much influence they have. But the IAEA can only do inspections in countries that are party to the NPT.
And we're not a country.
Exactly. We haven't signed a safeguards agreement with the IAEA over peaceful nuclear use, and we're not obligated to report any nuclear material we have, nor information about any nuclear facilities. The IAEA has no authority to inspect us.
But despite all that,
That nuke's our last line of defense. We don't want to announce we have it until the world is preparing to wipe us off the map. Until then, we let everyone think we're just a private army with conventional firepower.
what's Huey's take?
That the problem's how to hide the nuke in Metal Gear. But I gotta tell you, he was all for it.
I see. But there's no way we can have the IAEA poking around here.
So what do? Ignore them?
Send them an official letter of refusal.
Too
Say that
late
we're a
for
private
that.
organization and we've done nothing to attract this suspicion.
You got it.
They sound like a legit organization, though, right?
The IAEA?
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like, oh, maybe Cypher's trying to get back at us by, like reporting us the first.
Yeah, that's what they said.
business.
We don't know how strong their influence is in the organization.
But this organization is about, like, keeping tabs on all the nukes,
The nukes,
and
yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
right? We're pretty sketchy, right? We're
sketchy,
We're
yeah.
the super sketchy ones? Okay.
The
I just
IAEA
wanted-
is a real thing, too. Nice.
Oh,
Thanks
I
for
did not
all
know that. Okay.
that. Hey, Azer, what's up?
Hey, Azer, I need to play Metal Gear Solid 3 again. It's been a hot minute. Oh,
Yeah.
do
it's
it.
always time.
It's worth it.
We finished Zeke's waterproofing reinforcement yesterday. The day after tomorrow, we'll be done installing the main depth control tank, the compressed air tank, and the attitude control propeller pod.
Huey,
If the underwater test goes well, next week we'll try the 300-foot seabed depth.
drop the act, Huey. How did we end up agreeing to the nuclear inspection?
Because after you sent that letter, I told them. After careful reconsideration, we agree to your request. And frankly, we should be inspected. This is our chance. If they come and go without discovering the nuke, we can tell the world we're clean.
Oh, God, but it's a
Of course, it's
lie.
risky, and we'll have to make sure everything's perfect, but it'll be worth it.
Huey, can they do an inspection without going through the Board of Governors?
We contacted the IAEA's admin branch, and they said there's no record of us being brought up at any of the board's meetings.
I'd say probably a preliminary inspection to determine whether we should be referred to the board. So it's bound to be a small inspection team, and they won't be here that long. Don't worry, leave everything to me.
Has the media gotten wind of this?
Yeah, 2 major Western networks want to do stories on us. I planned on saying yes.
What? You want to broadcast this place to the world?
That's why I agreed to the inspection. This is a golden opportunity. We can use the media to prove to the world we don't have a nuke. Besides, even if we said no, it would just be delaying the inevitable.
Ugh, Kaz, our hands are tied now. Start getting the place ready.
Thanks, boss.
Don't get the wrong idea. You've set it up so that any more changes of heart will arouse suspicion,
Oh,
that's all.
my God.
Zeke stays, but we'll have to move all other AFVs to shore. Any potential troublemakers can go with them for some mandatory R&R. Sound good, boss?
Just do it.
Huey should definitely be fired. That
Yeah.
is ridiculous. He's like, I just made the decision.
Yeah, yeah.
We're gonna bring people in here to show them that we.
Suspicious
And
and
that,
hungry.
did he not consider what happens if and probably when they get caught?
Yeah. Sketchy.
Dude, I can't handle this. I'm nervous. I'm nervous already. We have to we have a base full of people and everyone has to pretend.
Troublemakers. Mandatory R&R.
Can you? Oh,
Get outta here.
Oh my God, this is not good. This is not good. Hungry with the triple hydrate. Thank you, Hungry.
Loose lips sink ships. You heard of that before?
Does it come from this game?
No, not from
Oh, okay. Yeah, Huey sus right at the bat. I'm like, of all the people to say that they want to lie, an Emmerich.
Yeah. And Emmerich, yeah.
He's
okay.
gonna pee his pants.
All right, ready? Thanks again, Hungry.
Hey, devil.
Hey, Devil.
About the inspection, what do we tell the men?
The truth. What else? The one thing we don't need to worry about is anyone here spilling the beans about Zeke.
Good point. What about the Sandinistas? There's still quite a few of them left on the base.
I hate to say it, but it won't look good having Soviet bloc personnel here. The problem is moving a group that size in a hurry would look even worse.
all these
At
things.
least
Yeah.
Amanda's on assignment in Cuba. They'd recognize her. She should stay put for now.
All civilians save Huey will have to return to their countries.
Huey.
Even your Parisian.
Of course. We'll get her whatever paper she needs. Dr. Strangelove's departure came at a perfect time. The less Zeke-related staff here, the better.
Wait, she left?
That's right. You were away on a mission. She left last week. There's nothing cooking in AI weapons research, and Zeke is complete. There
And
was really no reason for her to hang
she's
around.
I'm
expecting?
surprised Huey let her go that easy.
Yeah, his crush on Strangelove was never much of a secret, huh?
Maybe not.
He followed her everywhere while Zeke was in development. Boy, would she get pissed. But he does have a lot on his mind right now. I've got bigger issues to deal with. That's what he said.
That's the spirit, Huey.
"10 days ago, we got reports that Paz was still alive.
She survived.
She was rescued by Belizean fishermen who found her drifting in the Caribbean.
So what's the plan? Silence her before we're compromised?
No, I've got something else in mind. Our friends at Cypher suspect Paz could be a double agent. She's being held for interrogation at a camp on the southern tip of Cuba.
Black site. Nice. A slice of American pie on communist soil, and out of U.S. legal jurisdiction.
The upcoming inspection of Mother Base has to be connected somehow. The timing's too perfect.
The UN's nuclear inspection.
My guess is they're trying to corroborate Paz's leak.
We're an army without a nation.
Word of our capabilities gets out, and we'll have the whole world out to shut us down. Having an American private intelligence agency involved's bad news. Cypher's the ones who sent Paz to us in the first place.
She knows their true nature.
Right. Paz is our only link to Cypher. If she's still alive, we need her on our side. If not us, who else is gonna rescue that bitch?
When do we do it?
The inspection comes first. We'll deal with us afterwards.
Do the men know?
Word has started to spread. The information came from Cuba through Amanda. One of the base personnel used to belong to El Frente. I'll tell everyone we don't concern ourselves with the survival of enemy spies. We need them focused on the inspection. And if we get her back here and she isn't cooperative, there's still plenty of room for her in the ocean.
Dang.
Works for me. What about Chico? He had a chance to stop Paz from hijacking Zeke and he blew it. He's carried that guilt ever since. Kid really did care about her.
Chico, it's hard to say how he'll react.
Have Amanda call him out to Cuba. He shouldn't be here right now.
Good idea. They haven't seen each other in a while. Little time with Big Sis and he'll forget all about you-know-who.
This is very, like, sketch. Everything's a little bit sketchy.
Everything's
I
a
don't
little
know.
bit sketchy. It feels like Metal Gear.
So it's like we're gonna save them, but
We're gonna rescue Paz because we think they're holding her. Cypher's holding her because they think she turned on them
they think she turned on them. Right.
because of her time spent with us.
Oh, they think that she's a double agent because of her time with us now?
Yes, that's what they're communicating,
Oh.
right?
Yeah, or Kaz said, yeah, we got intel from our friends at Cypher that she might be a double agent.
Yeah.
I didn't catch that she might be a double agent for us.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So I think there's a bridge there that would have been, there's a bridge there, and it's in the form of the diaries that we missed out on. So
okay. Well,
we'll catch up on that
I got
later.
it from the summary. Like,
Yeah.
she started to feel
Yeah.
like
The diary is like stories, personal stories of her
Yeah.
relationships with a lot of characters. So.
Yeah. And he was, I don't know, Kaz was like, oh man, if she doesn't cooperate, there's plenty of room for her, for that B word. In
Hard
there.
B, yeah, fry sauce. Hard B.
Oh my god. Yeah, I was kind of, because I remember he talked about her so sweetly. In Peace Walker, like, oh,
Yeah.
let's take care of her. Now he's like,
Because he connected with her
yeah.
in that way.
Actually, she did betray everyone.
Everybody, yeah.
So.
La Bamba asked, thoughts on new Snake voice so far?
It's not what I'm used to.
Certainly.
The essence is there, but I think I'm gonna need some time.
You're going to need to see the actual character model
Probably
matched and synced with, like, performing it as well.
Yeah.
Give it some time.
I don't want to be a negative person about it.
Be open.
What? Still no sign of Chico?
What's going on?
It's Amanda in Cuba. Our resupply package arrived, but Chico wasn't with it. Relax, Amanda. I'm sure he's just...
Oh, at this point, we didn't know that
exploring
Chico went
Havana or
after
something.
her?
First time in the big city.
We were sending him
Got
over
carried
to her.
away.
Oh,
Wait.
we said.
The boat Chico was on, did it stop anywhere before it got to Havana?
Yeah, it had to refuel at Santiago de Cuba. You don't think... Oh, shit. You gotta be kidding me. He does this now?
It's 60 miles from Santiago to the prison camp. Chico used to cross the mountains with the older Sandinistas like it was nothing. He'll make that in 3 days.
Still, even if he does find his way there.
You know how reckless he can be. Chico thinks we've abandoned Paz. That's why he's doing this.
We'll start by having the intel detachment in Cuba look for him. We can't let him be captured.
Oh god, the name of the next brief.
Yeah.
There's some cages to the east of a big building. East an old grassy facility. That's where we are. Help me, Snake.
It's a setup.
We have no choice.
Yeah, if Chico talks, he could blow the new cover up. We can't hold off until the inspection's
Oh
over.
god.
When can we be ready?
It'll take at least 16 hours to confirm the flight path and prep a bird. The intel unit has started reconning the area.
Sounds like I'll have to miss the inspection.
Boss, we'll just have to send someone else to get them out.
No. I'll go.
Yeah, Chico and Paz would only take orders from you anyway. We can't go taking on those Marines at the base head on. It's gotta be off the radar, and it's gotta be you.
Hold down the fort, Cos.
Pretty intense, dude.
Snake, you can forget about civil liberties where you're headed. God only knows what they'd do to you if you got caught.
Oh god.
Do not let that happen. The Cubans leased the land to the U.S. as a gesture for helping them gain independence from Spain. The deal remains in effect until both countries agree to dissolve it, or the U.S. abandons the land. That's why America still operates the base even after La Revolucion. Problem is, it's leased land.
Meaning it isn't American soil, so the U.S. Constitution doesn't apply there. That allows them to withhold its civil rights protections.
Yeah, that's Uncle Sam's excuse. The area was originally only for detaining refugees from countries like Cuba and Haiti. But a few years ago, the CIA and its like started using it as a black site. Enemies of the state are renditioned there and subjected to extreme forms of interrogation. You can bet Cypher had a hand in that. As you'd expect, American and other Western human rights organizations aren't allowed anywhere near the place. What happens there disappears down the memory hole.
Who knows what they're doing to Chico and Paz?
I'd like to interrogate her ourselves. But if worst comes to worst, make sure she's dead.
Dude.
Chico, on the other hand, we have to bring back. Fast. He knows too much about us.
Cos?
The area is surrounded by mines placed by both the U.S. and Cuba, making escape on foot impossible. You're heading into the Lion's Den, Snake. Don't take this one lightly. Come back in one piece.
Yeah.
I sense a button mashing minigame. Another torture scene, perhaps?
Hopefully you found that all of that prep we did rewarding. Definitely bridges the gap between the two games.
It's great.
So thank you guys for
Yes.
hanging in there. I know you want us to absorb the story, so we're doing that. The other stuff Audrey and I will listen to off stream and comment on next time.
Sounds good.
So we're going to hop in, but one last thing. There is no easy difficulty.
Oh,
So I apologize for any struggling that I do in the game.
don't apologize.
I'm trying my best to maintain a steady pace for yours and Audrey's enjoyment, but please forgive me
Yeah.
as I die a lot.
Thank you for dying for my entertainment.
Yeah. Cuz took that betrayal personally. It really does sound like it.
It really does. He's like, yeah, it's okay if she dies.
Yeah, kill her.
Worst case, she dies. Chico, we got to bring back. They know about.
Confirm the kill.
Oh, should have done that with the first time, probably.
Ready?
Yep.
Oh, let me double check because I set the options previously. I just want to make sure it's good.
Did they say how soon after the events of Peace Walker this was?
They haven't said it, but I think it's safe for me to say it. I believe it's the following year. Within the
Okay.
following year.
Within the following year. Yeah, it doesn't seem
Sorry,
like
LeBomba, if I jumped the gun on that.
it didn't feel like it was too long. They will. I think. Okay, great.
I'm turning off the controller speaker. It has a feature where you hear stuff on the controller.
Okay, perfect.
Turning that off.
Love the story walkthrough. Sweet, Rafa. Remember the espionage part. Yeah, before in every mission briefing, it's like, don't get caught.
Yeah. And then it gets crazy. You get caught all the time.
Yep.
I turn off camera shake. camera change speed to be really fast so that it's not like weird.
Okay.
Sorry, Blossom.
Luckily, Anthony's reviews. I already heard it. It's okay. I mean, you can tell it wasn't too long after.
Okay.
All that business.
So as we get into it, thoughts on how good the game looks relative to other games, and about Snake and the voice.
It's all good.
Oh, so there's just normal and hard.
Okay. Yeah, it's like one of those things where it's gonna take some time to adjust to, like when like when they change any voice actor or any actor for anything.
Yeah.
I don't want to be like, critical and be like, oh, I love the old voice.
Yeah.
Because I do, and it's like, iconic.
Yeah.
And that kind of thing. But I can understand his vision, like wanting to separate them so that, there's a little bit of a distinction. But I still, I don't know. I kind of wonder about that.
We've built an attachment.
It's still technically Snake's DNA. So he would sound the same. Anyway, it's fine. Even years removed, I have mixed feelings on it. Oh, I'm sure this is I don't know. Were more people negative about the change than positive about it? The camera is very cinematic, like following them, and has that shaky camera kind of look. Is this gonna be like a one take kind of shot, or like going through this?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, look at that.
We're gonna miss some chat for a little bit. We'll find the opportunities to catch up.
Yeah.
So apologies for the delay in responses.
Won't say much about the broad reception. And the
Don't
reason?
want
Because
you to miss
spoilers.
anything.
Okay, sorry. Thank you, Rolando. Is that Chico? It looks like a young...
She told us everything.
No, she didn't. Classic tactic.
I kept my word.
Whose voice?
Suffer long.
No, this is a lie.
Years. You earned it.
What's his voice? What is going on with his body?
How's it feel to play the traitor? No more war games. You're a real man now, soldier.
What did they do to this boy? Is his headphones... Oh!
Give my regards to your boss when you get home.
What did they do? Oh no. Did he say something? He already had that situation in Peace Walker where he, was tortured and he gave up information.
Yeah,
he felt
which
so
was
horrible about that.
Intense scene.
Oh. He's too... And they did that thing again where, hey, you're a real man now, kind of like you're a real soldier now. It's kind of toxic. Yeah, they are doing that one take kind of thing.
How's the shaky cam for you?
It's a little shaky.
10 days ago, we got reports that Paz was still alive.
She survived.
She was rescued by a Belizean fisherman who found her drifting in the Caribbean.
So what's the plan? Silence her before we're compromised?
No, I've got something else in mind. Our friends at Cypher suspect Paz could be a double agent. She's being held for interrogation at a camp on the southern tip of Cuba.
Black site. Nice. A slice of American pie on communist soil.
Thank you, Blossom.
U.S. legal jurisdiction.
The upcoming inspection of Mother Base has to be connected somehow. The timing's too perfect.
The UN's nuclear inspection.
Pretty shaky.
My guess
Yeah,
is
you can
that
look away.
corroborate
I'm
Haas's
focusing on the subs.
We're an army without a nation.
Word of our capabilities gets out, and we'll have the whole world out to shut us down. Having an American private intelligence agency involved's bad news. Cypher's the ones who sent Haas to us in the first place.
She knows their true nature.
Right. Haas is our only link to
Oh.
If she's still alive, we need her on our side.
Same song as MGS4 ending. Oh.
Who's this?
I turned off camera shake in game, but I'm sorry, it's still present in
Oh
cutscenes.
yeah, that's gonna happen. Who could that be? Zero? No, Zero wasn't like that. Maybe this is someone we don't know. They seem to have maybe like oh.
Trojan horse is in.
Who's that? Am I supposed to know who that is? How come Oh. I don't know who that is.
This pirate crackdown's a go. Move.
Skullface.
Accurate.
XOF. We don't know what that means yet. A lot of lens flare. Okay, where are we going?
So who's the other target?
That would be Chico. He's being held in the same area as Paz. Last radio contact was 40 hours ago. Find them both. Bring him back alive. Enter the compound from the south cliff. Secure Chico and Paz, then report back from the rendezvous point.
Okay. We're switching out identities? Oh, XOF. It's Fox.
Oh, I thought you had it this whole time.
I'm sorry. I'm so...
I thought you had it this whole time, dude.
I mean, I saw the Foxhound logo, but I
Yeah.
didn't identify XOF as Fox. Is it backwards, kind of like how... Oh. Okay, maybe I don't know.
We'll send a chopper from across the Cuban border. You should be back at Mother Base in time for lunch. You'll probably just miss our guests. The only catch is you go in solo. The politically sensitive nature of the mission means backup is not an option.
Fine. I like some alone time now and then.
2014, dude. Still looks pretty good.
Robin Atkins Downs.
That's cause.
I see.
I'm in front of the prison camp.
Is Christopher Randolph someone?
That's Emmerich.
That's who?
Emmerich?
Oh, Emmerich. Ah.
Yeah.
Oh, here's the credits.
Kept you waiting, huh?
Kept you waiting, huh?
He said the thing.
I'm sorry, I don't know who that is.
You don't know who that is? Okay.
I don't think so.
That's fine. Do you know the television show 24?
I do know the television
The
show.
main guy.
I don't know the main guy.
Okay.
I'm guessing that's the main guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Single shot, dude.
Yeah, pretty cool. Take note, Daredevil. I kid.
Paz are being held in an old unused part of the compound. Get inside and head northeast.
We're in.
Okay.
Infiltration mission. You've got to stay out of sight. Before you go any further, use your binoculars to recon the area. What do you see? Press the call button to get more intel. That's the refugee camp. I hear it's where they hold refugees from countries like Cuba and Haiti.
I didn't recognize that it was the same song as the Metal Gear Solid 4 ending. That's interesting. The lead lighting artist credit right after the lens flare. That's funny. I didn't catch that, but that's
binoculars
good.
are equipped with a directional microphone.
Oh, we got the
You should be able
directional
to
mic.
listen in on whatever they're pointed
Oh my
at.
god, are we gonna hear someone having to use the restroom again?
Look at this marking
Quiet.
targets.
That's pretty
Those
cool.
new guys. You see their choppers? Who are they with?
Beats me, man. Green Berets, SEALs.
Those ain't no jarhead birds, I can tell you that. Some paramilitary setup?
Some of the guys are saying, you know what? Best we just drop this.
Ah, come on.
Sure.
Also, the Fox logo is mirrored on the XOF patch. Interesting. I mean, I didn't catch it, but that's when we saw it in the mirror. That's probably was supposed to be the
Yeah.
the hint. Snake still got that dump truck. I did it. I'm sorry I didn't notice, but I'm glad we can look respectfully. I still need to
Okay.
see Birdman. Is that actor in Birdman? It's
I
supposed
don't
to be.
think so.
Oh no.
If you ready your weapon
Is
while
maybe
crawling,
Blossom just wants to see
you
it.
can move
It's supposed to be
horizontally
edited
left or
as
right.
one
If you do that holding
long
the dash
tape.
button, you'll move faster.
I could kind of, I could kind of tell they were like putting in moments where a cut would happen. You know, like how they do in actual one long takes for shows and things. It's kind of funny how they did that. Because
Wait, what?
obviously you don't need to edit around that kind of thing
Keep low. You
here,
can check
but
the
they did
controls
it.
on the pause screen.
They kind of imitated it. Anyway.
Sorry, I might be missing some of the stuff you're saying.
No, that's okay. I'm just
I'm trying to
talking.
figure out the controls.
Okay, yeah. Take your time. Figure it out.
It just told me a thing and I didn't know how to do it.
Oh, I see. This was like right after 24 was a huge show. Its final seasons were in 2010 and one season revival in 2014. Oh, I did not follow 24. I do remember it being a popular show then, but I could not tell you the premise of the show
Quick dive.
or
Okay.
any of the actors in it. It's the same song, but the singer is different. Oh, okay. Sorry, we're talking about the song that Chico was listening to. Birdman is great. I've heard that Raptor. Oh, 24's big gimmick too was every episode was supposed to be a real-time hour or something. To be honest, never saw it.
Oh, my mom was super into it.
Oh yeah, interesting. Oh, so were all the episodes like 24 minutes made for TV? That sounds about right.
Get him?
I'm trying to like digest so Skullface when he went up to Chico, he was like, she talked. So now, oh, they're really going in on this lens flare thing. It was like almost like maybe Chico gave something up
Oh, there we go.
or something, and then he was like, "Well, she talked. You know, now you're a real soldier," or something like that. I don't know. It's hard for me. And then he gave him the tape, and was like, "Here's your reward." I don't know. I'm sure we'll figure out what happened.
To climb an obstacle,
But I guess my takeaway is
What obstacle?
Chico was probably tortured into doing something he did not want to do, and what was that? Earphones,
now head east to the old
business.
prison area.
He was like,
You can
it was
bring
like
up the target's location on
stabbed
your
in his
iDroid.
chest. I don't know. That was a visual I that will probably stick with me for a little bit.
Damn Still getting used to the controls.
Kind of interesting that we actually got to see a little bit of how they might have tortured someone, like the aftermath of the torture. In other cases, when they've done torture in the Metal Gear Solid games, it was something we saw, like electrocution or things like that. I think mostly electrocution. In Paz's case, they said that she was assaulted, but we obviously didn't see anything or any like physical, any like scar or anything like that. Okay, any physical scar. This one we actually kind of saw something, and I was like, oh, a little bit. I kind of had a reaction.
Yeah, not to mention the improved graphics.
Yeah, and Chico's been through a lot.
Absolutely.
And you can tell he is
not
gonna need, some serious. He's gonna need some serious help after this.
Oops.
Head for the old prison. You'll find the target.
Still getting used to the controls. Sorry.
Oh, that's fine. We got a tip. If you press triangle quicker when opening doors, it'll make the action quicker as well.
Pressure sensitivity?
I guess so. Indeed, Phantom. I love the use of the emote when I'm just talking out loud. Imagine one of those old iPod commercials, but with the headphones plugged into their chest. Probably saw just like a little ad with that little sad still of Chico just looking sad, looking down.
No, he's not asleep yet. I don't even know if I hit him.
Oh yeah, we did not watch the trailers, Phantom. So, I don't know. I'm going in pretty much blind, except for one thing. Literally one thing that I just remembered as we were reading the mission briefing. Or listening to the mission briefing. Is everything on a timer? This feels advanced.
God, I'm so scared of being bad at these games.
Contact me if you need advice.
It's okay. Oh, hey. We got a little... They have, they're keeping track of the, distance now. Oh, you're gonna hide the body?
Gotta. Where, though? There's another dude right there.
Have we done this before, where we, like, hide the body? Enemy has left the area. Try to remember the basics of CQC. Always, Snake. We always do.
And you can mark him. Marked enemies can be sensed when nearby, even if there's a wall between you and them.
Oh, nice.
But it only works if you stop and take the time to focus your attention. This helps you maintain situational awareness. Try it.
Can you mark as many enemies as you want? Oh, a thing of... a tote.
I need ammo. How do I do that?
The trailers are really good, but for this kind of playthrough, I'd advise against it too.
Oh, crap.
Sounds good, La Bamba. Yeah, I think we're not the type to...
This dude's coming
Actually,
over.
in general, we're not the type to watch trailers anymore. There are a few occasions, but I think if we know we're gonna play something or watch like a movie or something, we might try to avoid the trailer. Half the fun of watching Jupi is the hijinks when she gets caught being bad is no problem. Oh, that is... Watching Jupi play Metal Gear Solid is such a joy for that reason.
Oh, wrong button.
Ooh, buddy. Uh-oh.
I saw.
You all right?
Oh, the depth of field. You could hide bodies since Metal Gear Solid 2. It was usually just more work than it was worth. Gotcha. Okay, so does it seem like it's more... Seems to be something you should make an effort to do in this game?
I think so. Especially since these enemies have like really long patrol routes, it seems like.
Okay, so I did notice that. I feel like it didn't feel as robotic as like the previous games. Weirdly, this area feels very alive to me.
Huge environment.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that we saw that truck kind of only go around once so far, I'm like,
Use a flare grenade to call the
hey Nimbus, how are you doing? Has Anthony played Ground Zeroes before? Nimbus, he has. It's been a very long time, but he has played Ground Zeroes. So, he has experience. I do not have any experience whatsoever. I did, as we were listening to the mission briefing, I recalled something from when Anthony was playing it years ago. When we were still boyfriend and girlfriend. Yeah, I like suddenly recalled something. So I do remember a moment. I'm thinking it was kind of a big moment too.
That's the old prison area.
If I'm thinking of the right game, I'm not gonna say what it is, but if we come to it, then I'm gonna be like, this is the one. I'm pretty sure I remember.
We'll see.
And Blossom, thanks for pushing those commands.
We've been in touch with Amanda.
The picked up / setting down animation is much smoother. Oh, for sure.
She said, I know my brother and I know when he's lying. She also had a message for you. I'm ready for the worst.
Oh.
Sounded a little too cheerful to me.
Who said that?
Amanda.
Okay. All the movements seem really smooth. Like
the animations?
Yeah. Even Snake's body language here feels more, I don't know. Well, he still kind of has that hunch, that crouch, but I don't know. It feels different.
The eventual back pain.
Yeah. The mechanics in this game allow for a lot of interactivity, Frysaw says. Exciting. Like we get to pet animals and things like that? Can we pet the rats or? Audrey passes a note. Anthony, will you hold my hand, please? What? Oh no.
Chico.
Oh no. Is he maybe like sedated or like drugged or something also? Uh-oh.
Chico, it's me.
No. What happened?
No, go away! Go away!
Oh.
Get off me! Get off!
Chico, keep it down.
Right over here. Hey, you gotta let me out! You let me out!
That transition into the cutscene.
Yeah.
Dude, I love this. I feel terrible, but I love this. Oh god.
Chico, calm down.
He's basically telling him to sleep, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we have tranks, but maybe. Go away, he said. What?
I got Chico.
And Paz.
Not here.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure.
Is Chico able to walk?
Hold on.
Nope. Oh!
Not gonna happen.
You'll have to carry him out there. Okay, boss, change your plans. Haul Chico over to the rendezvous point. We'll get Paz's whereabouts out of him once he's calmed down.
Mission info has been
I've marked the
updated.
RV on your map. Okay, now carry Chico there.
Oh.
The map has been updated.
You'll have to carry Chico.
Can you let those guys out?
I'm going over there. Not far.
10-year-old game, still amazing. It looks incredible. 10 years old. Rafa got a call at a crucial time. That's okay, Rafa. You can probably guess how we reacted. Or how I reacted. Oh, voice actor reveal. Thoughts? I saw Obama's message earlier about 24. I love that show, so I was very happy about this. I did not know the actor. I'm sorry to say. I'm not familiar with 24. I didn't watch it. I know of the show. I didn't know the actor. But so far, I think the performance is really good.
I think so too.
Are better Twitch TV emotes allowed? Yeah.
We're not gonna see him.
I can see him.
Oh, you can see him.
I think I have it. Yeah. I can see it.
The RV's just a little further.
Oh, but yes, still 50-50 on it after playing the games. Oh, you're 50-50. You're 50-50 on the. Oh.
Are you hearing Chico?
Yes, I am. You're 50-50. Right. Wait, what? They killed right in front of him?
How's he doing?
Uh-oh.
Chico, where is Paz?
She's dead.
Why is he listening
When
to
was
them?
this recorded?
She's dead.
Why is he torturing himself like that?
Okay, now use your iDroid to call the chopper for pickup.
My droid.
Please select a landing zone. Landing zone confirmed.
Roger that chopper request. It's headed your way now.
I think I might have missed some of the dialogue that he said. He said that they killed her right in front of him, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Man, why is he doing that to himself?
We can't play cassette tapes from here.
Oh. Oh, because we have the Walkman?
Yeah.
This is Morpho, arriving shortly at LZ.
Morpho? Oh,
Chopper pilot.
that, I see. Konami didn't want to pay for the iPod rights anymore?
Yeah, well, I mean, they got Sony, so. Also, there's no iPod here.
Oh, true. We have iDroid. I had to free up the budget for Keeper. Sounds like it.
Chico's tape. Think it could give us a clue to Paz's location. Use your iDroid to listen to it.
Dang, are they not going to notice that a chopper just popped
The weather
in?
did.
Oh. Do they justify it like that, or?
I think so.
Okay. Oh, here.
Bus!
On your feet.
Okay.
Whoa. That we can listen to this while we're just...
Chico was taken out of his cage. Did he leave the tape recording while he was being moved? Paz might be up ahead.
Your clues?
I hear vehicles. And a flag.
There's our flag and vehicle.
Must
must be near the heliport.
It's a really good recording for a
Yeah.
cassette tape.
A gate. Chico left the tape on record while he was being moved. Try using what you hear to find Paz. If you're still not sure, listen to the tape again.
Heliport? Heliport? There's a gate. So through a gate somewhere.
Yeah, I'm just going off my vague memories of playing this a long time ago.
Oh yeah, that's fine. There's the flag.
There's a flag at least.
Or a flag, yeah, true.
Yeah, I'm just trying to remember. We're going off memory here. Fuzzy.
That sound. A flag flying.
Oh, and
Next,
Cat
they headed for a
Paz
place
is
with a
gonna.
helicopter.
Okay. Good. On the right track. Tag him.
So you can tag as many as you want.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
so.
that's nice.
I better get him. Truck coming.
Mm-hmm. No camo index. There's been no HP bar? Or is that only when we get hit or something?
I think that's probably when you get hit.
Okay. No psyche thing?
That's probably here.
Oh, okay.
Open the front gate. Supply delivery's on its way in. Opening front gate.
Oh, there's our gate.
He spotted us. He spotted something.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Nice. Try to remember the basics of infiltration. No, we're gonna Rambo it.
Oh, why are you running?
The helipad.
Why are you running?
Chico's tape.
Trying to get some shelter from the rain. Nice.
Nope. Just gotta tag everyone, just in case.
Yeah, good idea. Never hurts. Never hurts at all.
I better be thorough too, because then I'm gonna operate under
for
the
sure.
assumption, you know,
For sure.
that I got them all.
There's a guy, yeah. Nice.
Up top.
Up top? Oh, good eye.
The depth of field is really nice, huh?
Yeah.
Camera.
ABT. Always be tagging. Oh, you can tag the cameras?
Yeah.
Oh, is this the first?
God, I just want to put everyone to sleep. Everyone go to bed right now.
We didn't have security cameras in
Peace Walker?
Peace Walker or 3, right?
Yeah. Technology.
Yeah, it's advancing.
Like, is it suspicious if I take out this camera?
It's raining. So, oh, God.
We lost the security cam. There's no reason for it to be down.
It's raining, you know.
Go check it out.
Maybe.
CP, this is Delta 1. We'll investigate it.
Oh, God. Well, you know, it's fine. Everything's fine.
Okay, that guy's going to check. Someone see me? Someone saw me. I'm in the light.
CP, this is Delta 1.
Oh God.
We've arrived at the scene. Checking things out. Over.
Eyes open, boss.
Eyes open, boss. Well. Uh-oh. I love that we get to watch this whole interaction. Okay, so...
CP, this is Delta 1. Signs of enemy activity.
Dude, we can hear both.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that.
That's awesome.
You can hear...
And the delay, too.
You can hear the radio, and you can also hear the voice of the NPC in the world, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh God. Oh God. Oh, nice. Nice. How many Metal Gear guards does it take to check a security camera?
Is anyone
Just
gonna
the
miss this
one.
guy?
But it takes like 20
sleep.
minutes.
No.
Rufio with the triple hydrate. Thanks,
What's up,
Rufio. How
Rufio?
you
Please
doing?
remind me of that
I will.
later.
CP, this is Delta 2. Still no hostiles around here. We're standing down. Over.
Still searching for Paz? Try interrogating some of the Marines.
Oh,
Must know something.
try interrogating.
Yeah, I'm not cool enough to do that. I'm gonna run out of ammo. Please, no one discover these bodies.
You're just gonna stack them all.
What am I doing? Put the body down. Put the body down. No, I don't want it. No, I don't want that gun.
Uh oh.
Switch to the guns. Oh, I don't want that gun.
Uh oh.
I want my silenced gun.
Uh oh.
Oh, God.
Is the body on top of it?
Yes.
Oh God. Snake getting quadruple hydrated right now. This is true, Rufio.
That's the admin building. Watch
Now this is Metal Gear.
CQC is effective for dealing with nearby
There's gotta be a little bit
This
of...
is going to be loud.
little bit of...
Oh,
bass.
no, just deal with it. No. Wait, I missed my Soliton, dude.
Oh, Soliton.
Rufio, I'm so sorry. So sorry.
That's fine.
I don't think this even pauses it.
Here, I can do... Oh, I was gonna do the triple hydrate for you.
Thank you, Rufio. Oh, my God.
It's okay.
It's going to be loud. Oops.
Find Paz and bring her back here.
There's definitely a guy right there, right?
What guy? What are you talking
Oh, I
about?
thought that was a flashlight or something, no?
From the camera.
Oh. No, that guy.
How do I CQC? Oh, what did I...
Oh, you can interrogate him like that. Oh. Nice.
I'm just pressing buttons. What's going on?
I don't know, but you did it.
Where do I put the body? Camera, zoom out. Please, can I put him in here? I can't. Put him in here.
Just take him. Take him all the way. Pressing the left side of the touchpad brings up the actual pause menu, or maybe that's only in Phantom Pain.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks, Labamba.
I only have 4
Chaos,
tranks left.
Devil. Chaos indeed. Anthony's having a full-blown panic attack. Pretty much all of these stealthing missions.
I'm really nervous about Phantom Pain because I haven't played it. So.
Okay. Oh! The turnaround! That's like that Simpsons gif where the
What is
grandpa.
the- what is the button?
The grandpa.
What is the button?
What? What's the button?
There, peek.
Oh, peek.
There.
Anthony sounding stressed. He is stressed.
CP, this is Delta 2. We're standing down here. No hostile spotted.
Shotgun. Do I want a shotgun?
This is CP. Understood. All fire teams, return to your posts. Out. CP, this is Delta 2. We may have an intruder.
Oh.
Going on alert. Over. This is CP. Understood. Don't let your...
Oh! Oh,
Where?
slow-mo.
Hey,
No,
hey, where?
Down.
No, I can't see him. He's up there.
That's slow-mo.
Yeah.
Hello, witch time. Here we go. Okay, no HP, just like the kind of...
Film burning?
Yeah. All right.
Okay, people are gonna die.
It's fine. This is...
All clear. No signs of the intruder. Back to your posts.
Yeah, the quick react / slow-mo is critical and also really cool. Yeah.
Too
Super
bad he
cool.
was like, I no longer had line of sight on him.
Yeah.
I already don't remember where to go.
We got through the gated area, right?
Oh, you're right about the health. It just replenishes now.
Hey, Solid Snake, how you doing? You caught us at a good time. Ultimate stealth is being alone. Ain't that the truth?
Peek. I dare you to peek.
I dare you to peek.
I think I went the wrong way.
That was a bad way to have the first one happen. Is there a good way? Just take care of everyone intruding on you being alone. Yeah, this is true. That's basically how we ran Peace Walker. We just Fultoned everyone.
All right. I'm declaring that people are going to die in this playthrough.
We are declaring it. So much for the mission briefing.
It's going to happen.
Get in, get out, quietly? No. Oh.
What? This guy's fired.
Hey guys. Ah!
I came from here.
In Snake's mind,
I came
they
from there.
are the intruders.
Oh, dude. That's right. Okay.
They're intruding on his mission. Is that what you're thinking? Good shooting that guy wasn't leaving you alone, so...
It's too dangerous to try and contact the target. Wait for the enemy to stand down.
Wait for the enemy to stand down. Where can you hide in this room? I feel like a lot of these like action shooter games do that, like have like
The health.
taken away taken away the HP bar.
I've seen those comics about it.
Oh yeah.
The character's just bleeding from the eyes and the blood slowly goes away.
Oh.
Because the vision's always like, there's
Yeah.
always blood.
Yeah.
They're standing down. Make contact.
Oh God! Not now. Oh, that
Please
guy
leave.
is excited. These guys are like drifting as they run.
Tag him. You tag him. Tag him.
If no one's around to hear your gunfire, did it really make a sound, Devil?
Great question.
What is that called?
What?
That kind of
question. Philosophical question.
Yeah, that philosophical question. Is it like Schrodinger's gunfire? The game controls make action easier than the other games. Doesn't feel as clunky. Is that your experience?
It feels like it right now. Like I feel like I need to give up that feeling of guilt when I get spotted. I think I just need. We're gonna have to.
It's
guns
gonna
blazing.
happen.
It's gonna happen. I need to embrace that and be less disappointed in myself.
Oh,
is
yeah.
what I mean. It's a me thing.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
These guys have got to go. What's going on?
It's okay. This is part of the stealthing part of the game. It's like kind of a waiting game. Patience.
Yeah, but we don't have like a countdown anymore. You know what I
That
mean?
man has a family that will never see him again, Rufio. He started it.
What am I
They
pressing?
started it. Actually, no, we kind of started it, huh? What are they doing, Phantom? They were just excited to be here, I think. They were like, these soldiers were like running around. Oh, God. Okay. This game gave me the most
No, dude.
difficulty.
Bad timing. I'm guessing someone just woke up.
It's okay. They're all leaving. Okay, go. Go. Nice. This game gave me the most difficulty in terms of stealth. Is that pause? Your stealth mission. The transitions are really cool. Wow. Oh, God. What did they do?
Boss, get Poss onto the helicopter.
I can't. I have to use a pistol.
Is that pause?
Very strong.
God.
CP, this is Delta 9. We got a body here.
Damn it.
Be on the lookout for intruders. Over.
There's a lot of bodies.
CP, understood. Further losses are unacceptable. Keep your eyes open. Out.
We have a couple landing zones, but they are not safe.
Well, she's alive.
What is this guy? Those bodies disappeared, though.
Oh, they did.
Gotta.
Nice.
Stop it.
I've never used the other landing zones before. I've always gone back to where we
Originated?
got
Chico?
Chico, yeah.
Oh, dang. Well, her giggling alert people. I was wondering that exact same thing.
Rain is an illusion.
Okay, seems like no.
In the mind.
Yeah, it's for us.
CP, this is Zulu 10. Still no sign of the enemy. Standing down.
Pain is an illusion. Pain is in the mind. Wonder if that's something from her
Oh, wait,
training.
she's looking around. I have one of these bullets. I could always put her down. Man, I wish I didn't get rid of that rifle I had earlier because it had a silencer.
Oh, yeah.
Suppressor.
God. Chico must be 13 at this point, right?
No, did you hear that?
What?
Someone just screamed, "Man down!"
Oh, God.
Okay, I'm nervous because there was a body up there.
Okay, well.
But he might be that body.
It might. They've disappeared, right? We saw one body disappear.
The dead ones. The other one I put to sleep.
Oh.
Keep an eye out for nearby
Constantly telling herself that while being tortured. That's what I was thinking. Fry sauce.
I'd have blown off the suppressor in that firefight. I would have used it to get headshots. And I would have stealthed with it, if that makes sense. What?
So that there wouldn't be so many.
What do I do about this vehicle?
Oh, we still got some sleeping.
This is bad.
In the mud.
We're okay.
I can't carry her down there.
Stay away.
Oh my god. How is this vehicle right here? I mean, it's like panning back and forth. Is that like vision? Oh, what?
Okay.
Oh shoot, how'd you do that?
The turret was, going back and forth.
Yeah,
like you
yeah,
said.
so it was?
I just made an assumption.
Okay.
They've discovered Paz is missing. They'll be looking for her. Hurry.
That's
You've got
funny.
to get out of there.
I was just making an assumption. That's all.
Nearly there.
The vision cone is just like right out of that muzzle. You can't really see anything else.
Yeah. Dude, guy up
Oh
top.
boy.
Is crouching in the bushes enough?
Yeah.
Stay away.
Are these guys down here still asleep? I think not.
No, because there's no Z's.
Good point. Oh, there's one.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
maybe you need to get close enough.
Hit me all you want.
Oh, I had some guys here too. Maybe they're gone.
Oh my god. Not gone.
F.
Oh, dude. Okay. Oh god. Oh god. They're everywhere. Oh wow. You can see their facial expressions running up to you. Oh my god. The blowing off of the
Oh, dude.
cactuses.
F. Oh my god, turn around, bro. Okay. Later pause.
Later pause. Found him. Not smart, dude. They getting back up? Oh, there's a car with more dudes or something.
Oh!
Oh, they shot. Did you see that guy?
Yep.
The physics on there. That guy is so funny. Oh my god, leave me alone. What the heck, guys? Actually. Guys, be cool. Uh-oh. Are they gonna fly you down here?
Marker placed. Marker removed. Please the landing zone confirmed.
Roger. Dispatching chopper.
Lost
That's
visual
right.
contact.
That's right, dude. The only time I love getting caught, this escape feels like an action movie. God.
Yo, true. It does feel like a action movie.
Escape sequence.
Guys, chill. I literally can't right now, Snake. Guys. You guys have no chill.
CP, this is Zulu 2. The enemy got away. Starting a search now. Over.
could say it feels like an episode of 24 La Bamba.
Yeah, perhaps.
If this is what the show is like, then maybe I should give it a go.
Yeah, I just know my mom really loved the show. Look at them. They're right there. They just bail right when our helicopter
I'm glad
goes
the
up.
trope is like, well, we don't see him.
Oh,
so
the enemy chopper!
Oh, he's gonna. Is this scripted? That's okay. Let's just get out of here. Oh no, not you.
Oh yeah, get out.
Oh. We definitely did not. Oh, really? What? We get this because we got caught or something? Or was the helicopter getting found scripted? This is epic. I also can't watch it. It's making me very
Yeah, sorry.
No, it's fine. Solid Snake. Wish they kept David Hayter as Snake's voice actor. You know.
Audrey will continue to let us know her feedback on that.
Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know until, just before we started.
We did it. B.
Nice.
For very nice.
Very nice.
We did it.
Nice.
Chaos.
They spotted the chopper this time. Yeah. Okay. So that's why we got that little sequence.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. We did it though. Prisoners rescued too. So maybe it was an option to rescue those other ones.
Yeah. So I think this is meant to have like a ton of replay value. It's a short experience if you just do the main stuff, but I think there's a ton of extra things you can do and unlockables, Easter eggs. Full of stuff. I mean, you saw how big the base was, and we didn't even touch most of it. But
yeah, wow. Okay,
here we go.
B for Bossum. Nicely done, Anthony.
Thank you.
Oh, we entered a blocked scene. She's got to be like what, 15?
No, we don't know. She was a spy.
Oh. Sick. I think I know. This might be the scene I'm thinking of.
She's rigged. Damn it, we were set up.
We gotta get it out. No time for anesthetic. We have to open her now.
Ah! Are they gonna show it?
Put the kids to bed, y'all.
Hold her down. Hold her down!
This is so
Poor
graphic.
Chico, dude. Look away.
Oh, they are. Wow. I think I can handle it.
I think I can handle it, and then that.
Oh my god. Oh god, they didn't even like sterilize or anything. This is
No can, dude. Look away. Turn down the volume.
Oh my god.
Keep her gut in.
Oh my god, I cannot.
Boss.
With the freaking peace symbol on it.
Breathing stable, no active bleeding. She's clean, I'm closing her up. Hold her steady. It's gotta be a continuous suture.
Control tower, this is Morpho 1. All hummingbirds are on the wing. We'll shake hands, then head back to the cage. Boss, you got a call. Boss, can you hear me?
What's up, Huey?
Our guests are right on time. Document destruction and hangar decontamination are complete. AFVs have been stowed away, and Zeke's on the seafloor along with a nuke. Everyone's got their story straight. The guided tour will be wrapped up by the time you get home.
Make me proud.
By the time they leave, I'll have the IAEA praising us as the poster boys for world peace. Out.
You okay?
Oh, God.
Tower, this is Morpho 1. 2U copy. Can't get through. The link seems fine, but...
Oh, no. Are those the IAE guys, or what is this? Oh, is this Mother Base?
Look! Commander Miller!
Those the XOF guys?
Dude, the Starbucks and everything.
I'm guessing they were trying to shut us down with that nuke. Oh man. That nuke check business, but they decided to just resort to.
That's what it feels like, right?
Yeah.
Even Kaz was suspicious of that.
Much darker tone here, the La Bamba. Yeah, I feel like in previous ones there was like implied things, but now there's like kind of... Wow, look at that smoke.
Yeah, seriously. Holds up. Game came out 8 years ago.
Yeah, that whole sequence just now was really cool.
Still a continuous shot.
Inspection was nothing but a smoke screen.
Ah.
I heard explosions, then... They played us like a damn fiddle! Give it back! This isn't right, that was ours!
Oh, man.
We built it, damn it!
Oh, you think it was like... So that...
Spying bitch!
Oh, shit.
Come on, start talking, bitch! Come on, get up and start talking!
I feel like I haven't seen Kaz like this.
Bob, there's...
It's all right, we got it out.
This is it. This is what I remember. And I'm sorry I remember this.
Smoke from the disaster was visible from the coastline. The media blamed money-minded private militias, and scandal followed when the U.S. was fingered as one of the organization's top clients. In response, the Secretary of Defense publicly stated that neither the United States nor its allies had any hand in the incident. Reports, however, also suggested the IAEA inspectors visited the site. However, the UN and the IAEA insist no such inspection took place. Other countries among the organization's long list of clients avoided comment altogether. The casualty figure is uncertain. There are no known survivors. However, in the moments prior to and following the incident, several unidentified military helicopters were sighted in the area.
Oh!
Your favorite song.
What?
Nicola, Bart. Immigrants wrongly executed. But their deaths served as a message to others. That ours is a society that murders the innocent. Do you too believe your sacrifice will change the world?
Facial capture too.
Oh, they had mocap in this? No wonder.
Is this the first time they used face capture in the series?
I think that they credited.
Yeah.
Oh, your Lowenthal did facial capture.
Nice. Oh, the iDroid voice was Donna Burke.
Nice. I'm guessing there's more game after the credits, similar to Peace Walker. Or no?
I think that's the whole game.
No way! Really?
Ground Zeroes.
Wow.
I mean, we had a little bit of benefit in the fact that I had played this before.
Sure, and there's more. Like you said, there's more. There's replayability. There's other.
Yeah,
things
there's
to
a ton of like Easter eggs and things we could have done.
What?
But yeah, in terms of the story,
okay,
that's it.
The scene that I was thinking of was literally that last scene.
Pause jumping out. I think I showed it to you years and years ago.
Yeah,
out of context.
It did not even occur to me.
Really? I thought you had been waiting for that since maybe you really do not remember stuff.
I did not occur to me until we read the mission briefing. I don't know why. But I was like...
Well, were you in the back of your mind, you're like, is that this game?
Yeah. I don't think I remembered what game it was.
Labamba was right. Pretty dang dark. This game.
Wait, is this a Helsing voice actor? He sounds very familiar.
Maybe.
You mean the one talking at
that was just narrating?
Yeah, who was that? Do we know?
I don't know. There's still the Chico tapes. There's still a lot of tapes.
Okay, yeah. I think the beauties may have had facial capture. That sounds right. In her what? Well, they moved all her guts around, so I'm not sure.
Yeah. Behind her ear?
Oh my god. Is it post credits? Okay, yeah, I figured.
So, are you saying that we've unlocked additional tapes to listen to? So maybe we'll listen to them because this ended up being a little bit shorter than we even planned for tonight.
Yeah.
Even with our technical difficulties.
Yeah.
But I don't think we'll listen to those the diary tonight because that's like 30 minutes.
Right. Labamba says straight Konami cash grab. I do feel like this is a really nice episode.
Mm-hmm.
But it's pretty short for.
It's also the debut of the Fox engine, which they really wanted to show off. Phantom, I have no idea.
It felt like all killer, no filler.
There's more tapes to get. Okay,
they charged
$40
for this. They did. That is interesting. I mean, I'm sure.
Can you guys tell me how vital are those tapes? Because hypothetically, I could get those tapes off stream before the next stream, and then we could open the next stream listening to them. Hypothetically.
You need to do a lot of side stuff, Phantom said.
But the thing is, I would need to find the free time to even do that. That's the hard part.
The main complaint about this game was that it was too expensive for just a prologue chapter and some side missions. I understand that sentiment. I do.
Completionist, Labamba, completionist in that we want as much of the story as is reasonable to acquire. We don't want to feel like we missed out on a lot of story.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a nice intro for Phantom Pain, but honestly, could have combined both games together. That's why I was surprised, I think, when I heard
then
that...
they would have had to delay this for another year and a half.
True. Yeah, I was surprised when I heard that this was released as its own thing. And, well, now it's a... We have it as a combo or a thing, but... You could watch a YouTube video. I'm sure the vid exists. True. I don't remember, but the tapes you can hear in the Phantom Pain, Snake says, CHL. I think you're okay without the Chico tapes. The tapes in Phantom Pain, I think, are more vital. Okay. Can finish on the side missions for tonight if you want to keep going. They are story relevant, Phantom says. Okay, so there's a little bit of a divide here, maybe. Or YouTube. Story
YouTube's
relevant,
also hard logistically for us. It's annoying to set up YouTube.
Story relevant, yeah, because we can't really watch on the same thing. Story relevant, but not critical is what I'm interpreting.
I'll think about it.
Yeah, so we'll think about it. Wow.
You know what? I might actually just replay this off stream.
Okay.
Like Labamba just said, as practice for the gameplay.
Ooh.
I think that's a really, really good idea, Labamba.
So I'm thinking Phantom Pain.
Sure. What do you think the Phantom Pain is?
I didn't even know where it would be in the timeline.
Oh, the side missions are not canon, but...
Oh, they're not.
But you do the side missions to unlock the Chico tapes, and the tapes are canon. Is that correct?
Now I don't know where Phantom Pain takes place.
Okay. Then maybe I'll think about it. I appreciate you guys giving your honest feedback on that. I feel like I'll try to find time to unlock the tapes, and then we'll discuss, but probably maybe we'll open the next stream listening to them. How do you guys feel about that plan? Because I really like Labamba's idea of like practicing the gameplay, because I feel like practicing is a good idea for me.
Sounds good.
And it sounds fun. Damn, when am I gonna find time?
How was this game received?
Great question. It was received okay, is my understanding.
Okay.
Yeah. Gotcha, Snake. I appreciate it. Yeah, thanks, everyone.
It felt very intense.
Yeah.
Cypher's been in hiding ever since his grand experiment. No one's seen him in years.
Whose voice is this?
All we hear are orders delivered by proxy. Except you. You met with him, face to face, in order to contact Big Boss. Tell me where he is. Where is Cypher? Where is Zero?
Wait, is this a third party then?
I've never known choice. Where I was born, the language I speak. I've never had the freedom to choose for myself.
Is this Skullface?
I think so.
But you, right now...
I think this was before we rescued her.
Do as you will.
This will save Big Boss.
It may.
Will you really kill Zero for me?
Not for you.
Alright.
So she did? It sounds like she did flip.
Zero is...
Did we know that Cypher was Zero?
We made the assumption.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
At the end of Peace Walker.
Right, okay.
Blaze of Font, Project Abandoned. Oh, here we go.
Oh, okay, so we don't know who Hal's mother is. Okay. I kind of wonder what the point of that little timeline thing was.
Just to refresh our minds about
the timeline.
The timeline.
Okay.
Oh, I mean the world, the state of the world,
state of the
world
world.
politics that may be relevant to the game.
Gotcha.
I thought there was a little more, but maybe I'm not.
Maybe
remembering correctly.
Something's loading, or it's auto-saving. Too dang short for the price was the resounding reception, but everyone was super excited to play Phantom Pain.
Yeah, and I think that averaged out to okay. Oh, here we go. Trailer, dude. Trailer.
Oh, this is a trailer?
I think so. Should we skip this, or should we just let it play out?
I don't know. I'm already in it.
Chat, should we skip this?
I don't know.
Because
no, this is fine
to see. Okay, trusting you, Labamba. Your whole reputation in that one message.
Clear.
This doesn't really feel like it, or maybe. Oh yeah, this is a trailer. Oh, they really love that lens flare. This is so cinematic.
It's showing you why skip it, because we're about to play the game. This is for people who have to wait for the game to release.
Are we in England?
All right, we'll just watch it, dude.
You've been in a coma for quite some time.
Phantom Pain.
Yes.
We lost an arm?
You would like to know how long? I'm afraid it's been 9 years.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer. The body I've lost. The comrades I've lost. Won't stop hurting.
Okay, I'm okay with that. They gave us a little. They gave us a little.
We've been in a coma for 9 years.
So what we were playing, I think, was 1975.
Okay. And the events. Okay. So we're still not even caught up to Metal Gear in terms of timeline?
No.
All right. What
But this is that bridging the gap.
What can I expect to see in this next game?
Yeah. Good question.
We gotta take back Outer Heaven.
You're also kind of seeing why I meant like your opinions about Peace Walker.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're still in the... I'm kind of surprised, actually.
Yeah.
I thought we might go back to after the events of Metal Gear Solid 4 and, all of that business.
Yeah.
At the end, but we're still before that. We're still before Metal Gear Solid 1.
I'm extremely excited, anxious. I'm excited because here we are. First playthrough for both of us.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since we've had a duo stream game neither of us have played.
Yeah. Just a little appetizer, a little nibble on Ozawa. You didn't miss everything. We just you missed most of Ground Zeroes. It seems like. Solid Snake Phantom Pain contains one of my favorite characters. I will not reveal which one. Solid Snake. I love that you held back that information and the little tease.
Thank you.
Love that. Good graphics and gameplay. The graphics were crazy. There was definitely... Oh, man. The feeling was different.
Yeah.
It's like...
visceral.
I'm trying to think of how it makes me feel and how it makes me feel different from the other Metal Gear Solid games. It's like dramatic in a different way than like the kind of hyper dramatic way that the other Metal Gear Solid games
Yeah,
were.
the other games felt a little bit more surreal.
Yeah, and philosophical.
Yeah,
maybe
fantastical.
Fantastical. This one was just visceral.
Grounded in realism.
The torture part of it was like a pretty big emphasis, or like the visual like kind of grossness of it was like I would say like the main focus almost.
A little more grounded, yeah, more mature.
Much mature.
La Bamba, I'm not sure. This is the definitive PS4 one, so I imagine they have interactivity with the save transferring.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean now that that was pretty fast. I wonder, should we go back and check out some of those cassette tapes that we missed out on then?
Sure. I was thinking we won't listen to the diary one. I think Audrey and I will listen to that another time. And then I'll try to get the Chico tapes. But we'll listen to these. These are not too long. But I imagine... my understanding is that these were left behind by Paz.
Okay.
After the Zeke fight.
After Zeke fight. Okay. Oh, and we don't know about Skullface, and we don't know what XOF is at this point.
No, we just have an assumption that it's all Cypher, right? However...
No, it's...
No, we think it's all Cypher.
Oh! Before that last thing.
But that last audio thing sounds like maybe it's another party.
Right.
Separate from Cypher, because they're trying to get Cypher information from Paz.
Right. So there's XOF, there's Cypher, and there's
Outer Heaven.
Outer Heaven.
Yeah.
We thought XOF was associated with Cypher.
MSF, rather.
But XOF... And XOF was that facility that we infiltrated?
No, that was just a like a prison camp.
A prison camp, but XOF dispatched from that camp.
We don't know their relationship with this American base.
So sketch.
Yeah, it's all sketch.
What is going on? I don't know.
That's why they gave us a little bit of America claims.
When did the nano machines come in? I'm always thinking about the nano machines. Sega's getting third party. Gotta rotate.
The Peace Walker said that it's Cypher now. Yeah, I mean that's what our characters think.
That was fake Guantanamo Bay. Okay.
All right, let's listen to this spy log. Sorry, chat clarified that this diary was accessible in Peace Walker, right? Yeah, from Peace Walker. But is the spy log new to this? Let's listen. Ready?
Play all.
Oh no, in case we want to...
Oh, one at a time.
One at a time, yeah.
I heard about Paz's tapes.
Yeah, it's new.
Why do you think she'd leave him behind? And that diary?
Whatever it was, her commitment was wavering. That much is clear.
So she was leaving clues to help us?
No way to know for sure. And the ocean's not giving her back.
I kind of feel like, even at this point, it feels weirdly calculated to leave your diary and your tapes. That I would suspect that she wants us to feel like, oh, maybe there's a little chance because she's that good of a spy.
Maybe that's a good way to interpret it.
You know, I'm like
everything is suspicious.
I am so when I get betrayed, I'm not as hardcore.
Defenses are up for a long time.
I'm not as hardcore as Kaz.
Yeah.
But I am not one to quickly forget. Let's just say. Okay, continue, please.
November 4th, 1974. At the outskirts of Barranquilla, Colombia. Contact with Big Boss successful. Zadornov posed as my professor, but Big Boss took one look and knew he was KGB. However, he does not seem to suspect me. To him, I am just a peace-loving student, and another victim of the CIA. We asked him to drive the CIA out of Costa Rica. To him, this means betraying his country. His forces are smaller than anticipated. They drift from place to place with nowhere to call home. That provided us an opportunity, so we seized it. Zadornov offered them a plant off the Costa Rican coast to use as a base. As expected, Miller jumped at the chance. Although initially reluctant, Big Boss came around when Zadornov played him the tape. All because the voice on it sounded like his mentor, the boss.
Mm-hmm. And then we learned at the end that Kaz claimed to have been manipulating them so that they could build up a base, right?
But sorry, did Kaz call that that Paz was actually a spy?
I think he did. Maybe not. I don't know.
'Cause
Maybe just Zadornov.
Because everyone knew Zadornov was KGB, right?
Yeah.
Naked Snake, the man who once saved the world from the brink of nuclear war. Awarded the title of Big Boss for his service. He later became a mercenary, abandoning both his title and his country. To him, that honor was steeped in the blood of the boss, the mentor he was forced to eliminate. Exceptionally charismatic, he possesses unparalleled combat and intelligence gathering abilities. His only discernible weakness is her. This operation hinges on how effectively we can exploit that.
Pretty intense.
Kazuhira Miller is Big Boss's lieutenant. Half Japanese, half American. He once served in Japan's self-defense force. Though he and Snake first met as enemies, they discovered a common bond and together built their private army.
I forgot about that, I
with
think.
Miller directing business and administrative affairs. He comes off as shallow, but his true intent is hard to read. I must be careful. All that is clear is his infatuation with Big Boss.
He comes off as shallow.
With East and West fighting over its control, Central America is now the most contested region on Earth. CIA Central American Station Chief Coldman has developed Peace Walker, a fully AI automated, fail-deadly nuclear launch system with which he aims to reignite the Cold War. Snake's new objective in Costa Rica is to prevent that. Zadornov's, or should I say, the KGB's plan is to play the two sides against each other, turning the entire region red. Not one of the three parties realize they're all just pawns in Cypher's hands. Cypher watches all.
Whoa. Okay, wait, not one of the three parties.
Mother Base has developed rapidly since being established in the Caribbean Sea. They recruit more personnel daily, and already their mercenary services are turning a profit. Big Boss's leadership and charisma, and Miller's business acumen drive this impressive growth. Furthermore, joining forces with a faction of the FSLN has expanded their power even more. They have even commenced their own weapons development program. All is proceeding according to Cypher's will.
Dude.
I could not be more pleased.
How do they think ahead so
Rysal says,
far?
didn't she say her name was Pacifica Ocean or something? Yeah, she did. When we got her out of the cell, it showed a different name. What did it show?
When we got her out of the cell?
Like the logo, the name.
Oh, did it not
What did it
show
say?
that?
Do you recall what it said, Fry Sauce? Maybe I missed it.
Yeah, maybe I missed it too.
Snake's pursuit of Peace Walker led him to an AI modeled after the boss's thought patterns. It was incomplete, but somewhat ironically, making contact with Snake was the necessary finishing touch. Meanwhile, the scientist behind Peace Walker's locomotive control, Huey, defected to Snake's army. His presence has greatly accelerated weapons development at Mother Base.
Paz Ortega Andrade. That must have been her alias, right? Maybe
yeah.
they just kept it because that's what we were all familiar with.
Yeah, maybe.
I failed to anticipate Coldman's madness, but nuclear war was averted. However, this was only after the boss AI on board Peace Walker sank itself to the bottom of the lake in what could be likened to suicide. The boss laid down her gun, choosing to sing for peace instead, and Snake, himself a gun, parted ways with her. In doing so, he reclaimed the title he once abandoned. He is Big Boss. Zadornov has been detained. Since this leaves my cover identity without a guardian, the Mother Base staff has taken me in. I am now better placed than ever to monitor their internal affairs. Everything continues to unfold according to plan. The developer of the boss AI, Dr. Strangelove, has also come to Mother Base. With her and Huey's expertise, they can now develop a weapon capable of matching Peace Walker.
All according to plan. She still seems to be pretty on board with Cypher.
Yeah. The diary. So these are reports. Probably to Cypher.
Okay.
The diary might tell a different side of it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Development on the bipedal weapon is now complete. They call it Metal Gear Zeke. It stands there like some sort of mystical guardian. The soldiers gaze on it with pride and reverence. Big Boss has elected to arm it with a nuclear weapon. As an army without a nation, they seem to feel the need for a deterrent against whatever the world might pit against them. It is a dangerous gambit. Why do such a thing? Their nuclear strategy differs from the Americans and the Soviet Union. The superpowers deter attack by revealing their nuclear arsenals to one another. Snake and his men know that if they were to go public with this, the whole world would unite against them. Business would dry up overnight. So they do not plan on revealing the nuke until necessary. This ace-in-the-hole approach is their idea of a nuclear strategy. Wielding a deterrent, all the while unable to reveal its existence. I wonder if Snake sees how vulnerable this makes them.
Yeah, I'm trying to I think I haven't sat down to fully understand their whole rationale.
Yeah.
There.
Because they're still a business.
Yeah. So
it just said it.
They have this business, and they want to keep this business, but they want to have this nuclear weapon.
It's a last resort.
Just in case someone tries to stir something up with them?
Yeah, pretty much.
So they don't want anyone to know
ahead of time.
Because
then the world would unite against them.
Because the world would unite against them. So they're only gonna show their cards when they feel
their existence feels threatened.
Interesting.
In response to an existential threat.
I see.
Because they can't compete against a united world.
Yeah, but do they not feel that a united world, the world would not unite against them when they reveal their cards later on, sort of thing? Or I guess maybe it's a specific situation. I don't know. Yeah. I don't really know. It's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But otherwise, they need to just be a business.
Yeah.
Oh, correspondent unknown.
Yes. Hijack Zeke? Yes, I did indicate that to be our leverage. But I cannot imagine his agreeing to that now. But did you not raise them to safeguard your governance without borders? No. I have not forgotten. Cypher watches all.
Whoa. Oh, one last one.
Here we are.
Yes, things are proceeding, but modifying Zeke has not proven easy. I am using Zadornov to buy some time.
Yeah, she did.
No, I have not forgotten what you said. However, well, forgive me for asking, but this is you I am speaking to, isn't it? Cypher?
Whoa!
I will fight Big Boss. The world must be ruled by a single will. To defy Cypher is a fate worse than death.
Is it not Zero? Uh-oh. Dude. I did not doubt it until this moment.
So much intrigue.
I did not doubt it until this very... Now I'm like... Well, they set up Zero as like the kind of main force.
Yeah.
In 4, right?
Yeah,
they started
I feel
setting
like we
this
should
up.
refresh our memory and just watch all of 4 again.
Should we replay 4? Oh, wait. What?
Exciting. I don't know. From this point forward, Audrey and I will speculate together.
Okay.
Because we don't know. Do you mind at all if I try to guess along with you?
No, I don't mind. Because
Okay.
at this point, we should know. We should be on the same page about all the information. And
Yeah,
if
La
I've-
Bamba, that's that spot where Big Mama explains the Patriots. I think, yeah.
Wait, say again?
Just specifically the part where Big Mama
Oh,
explains the Patriots. Just to
right.
refresh our memory on the history.
Right. Do you have enough time to watch all of 4 again? Make time. At this point, we should be on the same page about everything. I'm probably forgetting stuff that you remember, so feel free to stop my speculation if I have forgotten something.
I feel like the diary is important.
Possibly?
Because we're only getting the spy perspective.
Yeah.
The part where her loyalty is potentially wavering.
Yeah.
Based on her relationship with the Mother Base inhabitants.
Yeah.
I think that's in the diary. I feel like.
And that context matters, you think? Like, really understanding why?
Yes.
Okay.
Because there's still questions about her motivations, what she's doing, why she's doing it, that I want to know. So we're not. It's a lot, so we're not gonna listen to it on stream.
Okay.
But Audrey and I will try to make the time.
Yeah.
To make sure we have that context before the next stream.
It'll be like a nice bedtime story we can listen to a little bit right before sleep.
Yeah. Just opening up someone's diary.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, if it's not Zero, who is?
Okay, it's gonna. Okay, just to let you guys know, it's gonna. Audrey and I will be speculating together, but I need to rip the tape off of my mouth. I feel like I've been holding back my thoughts.
I feel like you've been holding back
for months and months.
Okay.
But now I'm like allowed.
Yeah.
But it feels weird.
And it's kind of nice because this is kind of like a replay. So you kind of have already the base, like, first playthrough down knowledge. Then you have the replay where you probably gathered a little bit more information.
And everything's bound together better.
And everything's,
we played them recently?
Yeah, but I'm kind of just going off like this first thing. So I'm like, so what do you think?
So what I'm remembering is Zero losing trust in others being able to execute on the will of the boss and entrusting it to AIs.
Where did they talk about that? 4?
That is at between. Yeah, they talked about that in 4 in Big Mama's explaining the history.
Okay.
So in between their fallout, Big Boss and Zero, and the rest of the series, like we got you're talking about when are the nanomachines coming up? This is the beginning. Peace Walker was the beginning of the AIs, and what does that eventually develop into? GW.
Yeah.
So I have this feeling that Zero's already out of the picture in the year 1975. And that the system he left behind, because remember, we remember hearing something about the fallout really upset Zero, because the only person he ever could have trusted was the boss, or Big Boss.
Yeah.
And kind of wanting to leave behind a legacy and making sure everything continues after his passing or in the future, he puts it all on AI. And now there's precedent for AI in this world. And that eventually evolves into the AI we deal with in Metal Gear Solid 2, is my guess. So this is just me speculating again. I don't know. I haven't played Phantom Pain or anything. But I think...
You think it's it's already...
The War Machine is already doing its own thing.
That's interesting.
Like,
But we didn't really get a sense of his presence at all in Peace Walker, but maybe it was just behind the scenes.
I think... Okay, so, I feel like we're missing out on... portable ops.
These are going to be such good chats at the end of these streams with both of you not
Maybe
knowing.
we'll also read up on plot summary on portable ops.
Okay. Because, do you remember why Zero became the way he was when we saw him at the end of 4?
What do you, like, physically?
Yeah. Why?
He's just old, right?
Was that it?
Because he was already, like, in 1960-something during Snake Eater. He was already older. He was commander.
Okay. He's like 100 in Metal Gear Solid 4.
Yeah.
Okay, so he just set up the AI and was just like, now we're good.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. So maybe Boss is talking to...
What she thinks is Zero.
What she thinks is Zero, but maybe it's GW?
Or Cypher. Like
Which
we
is
think
GW?
Cypher is 0, right? We think Cypher is 0, but maybe we learn over the course of the next game that Cypher has become its own thing now. That's my prediction as to where this is going.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
I feel like 3 didn't do a good enough job at showing that 0 cared about the boss enough to do all this.
Yeah, I
think
agree.
It did feel like a retcon thing for me in 4.
Yeah. Because the main thing is that they both had different interpretations about the boss's will.
And they didn't bring that up until 4, right?
They didn't bring that up till 4, yeah.
Yeah. So
all on this
retconning,
huge, like, exposition from Big Mama.
yeah, Big Mama.
Which was epic, but yeah.
Oh, okay. So this is all setting up.
And yeah, Labamba, thank you for that comment. I'm looking forward to it too. These are going to be such good chats at the end of the streams with both of you not knowing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
It's going to be exciting. Well, at some point they got to set up the nano machines. They got to set up when Big Boss kind of goes into... Oh, no. That's not until... Oh, sorry. I'm thinking way ahead. Until Metal Gear. That's when... After Metal Gear is when he goes into his, like, little hiding, right?
Yeah, Metal Gear is straight up Outer Heaven stuff. That's that's in the 90s, right? So if he's been in a coma between Ground Zeroes and Phantom Pain for 9 years, Phantom Pain will start in 1984.
Okay.
Right?
So yeah.
And that is 13 years after Les Enfants Terribles.
13 years after. Yep.
So, do not confirm or deny, of course. I know you guys are really respectful of this. Just let us speculate. I don't know very much about Phantom Pain, but with 1984 in mind, Solid and Liquid Snake, age 13.
Yeah.
Are we going to see that?
I've been waiting to see them.
Yeah.
But they haven't yet.
Yeah.
I don't know why we would want to see them, though. What are they doing at age 13? Do we even know? Training? They don't even know about each other, right? Liquid and...
Yeah, I don't know.
They don't even... Snake doesn't
There's
even
just
know.
so much stuff that has happened during this period of time that I'm excited to find out.
Yeah. But at some point, we got to meet up with Ava and Ocelot, right? Our dear friend?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Could be some of that.
Could be some of that.
Yeah. Do not confirm or deny.
Don't.
Do not
We're
tell
just
us.
talking. Just
if you're watching on YouTube, don't spoil anything in the comments. Our videos on YouTube are getting views. And getting views means getting comments. And you guys are 99.9% being good.
Yay.
Occasionally, I have to delete spoiler comments, which wasn't an issue before because the previous games I've played before. So I have to delete them before Audrey sees them. But now this is dangerous territory.
I don't read the comments
I'm going to get
anymore.
spoiled, then delete the comments, and then Audrey is saved.
Did we ever listen to Ava's message from Peace Walker?
No, right? Remember Paz received a tape for Snake? Yeah,
no, we didn't. Just wondering, do we know who raised the twins?
Ooh, no. But now you're telling me that it's an important person who raised them. Remember, when you ask questions, you're also accidentally giving us information. So be careful how you word your questions.
A concept or an
now,
idea.
now I'm going to be thinking about that.
Do we know at this point?
Zawa, yeah. So it was unintentional, but just be careful now, because now I'm going through the Rolodex.
Well, right? Well, I mean, yeah, I guess we don't really know. This is true. We don't really know what happened with the Les Enfants Terribles project. We do know.
It said in the thing that it was scrapped in
Yeah.
1976.
I mean, we do know that Ava carried them.
Them? Did she say both? Or all three? We need to go back and check her specific wording. Right? So we don't know. Maybe we did know.
I just assumed both of them. Because they were like twins. Oh, no. I assumed it was both of them because they were... I always thought they were like twins. And
but a surrogate, there's no DNA connection with the surrogate.
Didn't they use her?
No, it was a Japanese woman.
Shoot.
Right? And even Raven in the back, blood from the east flows through your veins.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
So Big Mama was just a surrogate, and if that's the case, there could have been a separate surrogate for each, you know?
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe she did explicitly say she carried them all, but we're just failing to remember. If for those situations where we're failing to remember or we're remembering incorrectly, it's okay for you guys to offer up a reminder, and we'll let you know whether or not we want that clarification. But if it's something that we're not supposed to know yet, then don't tell us.
Yeah, but how far are we from Jack and Rose's first date? the critical. We need to know.
We need to know. April 30th.
Did they say in vitro? But did they say in vitro fertilization? Because that's something a little different, right?
I don't know if they said in vitro.
Or did they because if it was in vitro, then it would have been her.
No, not necessarily, right? Can you IVF with a surrogate, a third party? I don't know any of this stuff.
Can we get a medical professional
Yeah.
on the line, please?
Fertility specialist.
Is there a medical doctor that can explain Metal Gear Solid science to us? I thought in vitro was just an egg in another person's womb. I'm not a medical doctor. Oh, that's La Bamba. Or she was a surrogate. Yes, I think surrogacy for sure is when it's another
third party.
I guess third party's egg. Like
Wait,
a fertilized egg.
Yeah.
Installed.
Yeah.
In someone.
Person A and person B's combined fertilized egg.
Yeah.
Going into person C. Person C is the surrogate.
Right.
Right?
Yeah, as the word surrogate.
Yeah, so they're carrying the fetus to term, but they have no DNA relation.
Yeah. And then in vitro is something else. I know.
I'm super ignorant with this, but I thought in vitro was specifically a fertilization technique.
I thought so too.
Yeah. So surrogacy is independent of that?
I believe so.
Because you can IVF with person A and B cells, and then person B can carry it.
Yeah, I think
Which
so.
is, I think, how typically IVF works.
Yes, I believe so.
But then can you do that in also person C, surrogate?
I don't
Oh
know.
my
Where
God.
do babies come from?
Yeah, fry.
Where?
Fry sauce.
Okay. I think I vaguely remember maybe they said in vitro, and maybe we were like, wait, is that right?
Because we don't know.
Incorrect? Yeah, I forgot. That's right. Solid and Liquid are the twins, but Solidus is from another because it's a perfect clone. I remember that.
Yeah,
That's what
Solid
I was
and
going to
Liquid,
say.
they tweaked them. Right.
Yeah. I remember Solidus was a literal clone.
Yeah.
When they made the distinction, Solid and Liquid have like another.
Yeah. That's why I think that, especially in Metal Gear Solid 2 with Solidus in the picture, there's precedent for him looking and sounding different. But I agree with Blossom. Maybe they could have had Naked Snake and 3 already have a different voice.
Yeah,
Right.
but I wonder. It's interesting. I didn't find that it took me out of the game, the fact that it wasn't David Hayter's voice.
Yeah.
But man, it's really iconic.
I'm keeping an open mind. I like it so far.
Okay.
The performance.
Yeah.
But I'm keeping an open mind.
I think it fit the tone of this game too.
Yes.
Like,
I think so.
very, very dark, dramatic.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Yeah. Dang. We did it.
I like GZ too.
You caught up to me.
We caught up. You helped. You drove the car.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No promises. We're playing Phantom Pain next week. Just kidding. We are.
Oh, okay. We're promising.
No promises.
No promises, but we are planning to play Phantom Pain for our duo stream.
Yeah, and hopefully I find the time to play a little bit more Ground Zeroes just so I can get some practice with the gameplay.
Cool.
I don't want to be fumbling around too much. Hopefully
It's okay
I'll
if
find
we
time.
fumble though.
Yeah.
Do you know is the visual? Yeah, maybe you don't know the visual Is it similar to Ground Zeroes? Probably.
Oh, Peace Walker?
No, Phantom Pain.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Phantom Pain. It's the same engine, yeah.
Like the style.
You mean like setting wise, or like
the shaky cam?
Oh, it's probably, dude. I'm sorry.
It made me pretty motion sick. Not gonna lie.
Yeah,
I didn't
that?
prepare though. I didn't take a ginger candy to help with my nausea. But I was like, at some points, I was like, I gotta look away, even though it was so hard to because I
have
wanted...
ideas to help mitigate that.
Okay.
Overall, does the smaller window help?
Smaller window, I'm pretty sure helps.
Then you can watch from the desktop using the Elgato viewer, and you can scale that window down.
Okay. Or I can just sit all the way back.
Nah.
Back there.
That might help with our.
Just kidding. Now it's Revengeance. I mean, we were interested in Revengeance, but maybe that'll be something that comes later.
Yeah, that might be something else.
Phantom Pain looks slightly better than Ground Zeroes. Yeah, still some shaky cam. Okay, not every cutscene. Okay, I figured it was gonna be something like that.
Yeah, but I think we can mitigate it with that idea I had. If you don't mind doing that.
No, I think it's worth exploring.
Yeah.
What are your expectations about Phantom Pain? It's kind of exciting.
I have some imagery in my mind.
Together.
I have some characters I know that will appear. But once we cross those bridges, then you and I will be 100% synced up in not knowing stuff.
Interesting. I actually do think I know one character's name, but I don't know.
Say it.
Really?
Say it. Vampire. No, I'm just kidding.
Quiet.
Uh-huh.
I feel like I've heard this name. And that's all I know. I don't even know what they look like.
What is that in Japanese? Shizuka?
Huh?
Okay, yeah.
Hey, Riku Nord. Miss Ground Zeroes, hope you enjoyed it.
Hey.
It's okay. The VOD will be on Twitch and on YouTube.
Yeah.
But did we enjoy it? I want to say I did enjoy it.
Sets the tone. It's much more serious, intense, visceral, dark.
Yeah.
And I'm excited for that. Peace Walker was very comic booky. The previous games were very fantasy reality blending. Yeah.
Quiet. Well, if Anthony's playing, it's more like loud. Haha.
Got him. Fry
got
sauce.
it. Got him.
Yummy, yeah. Guns blazing.
It's I don't know. It's hard to say. It's like different from the previous games, but I feel like every game was like a little different from every other game.
I'm ready.
So, it's I had expectations, and I wouldn't say that they were met, but I wouldn't say that was like to its detriment in my for my.
It's hard to set expectations when you didn't really know much.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that La Bamba. Every Metal Gear is the best at something.
I love that too.
La Bamba, I would love to. I mean, if you want to take the time, in your opinion, what is the best? What is each game the best at?
Oh.
If you're on our Discord, feel free to share your thoughts on that. And if anyone else has a similar
with spoiler tags, of course.
With spoiler tags, of course.
Yeah, all of you have been so good about that. Still as fun as I remember. Yeah. Oh, and Rafa, good luck with your computer issues.
Yeah, seemingly never ending, dude.
I'm interested in how you end up playing, considering the open world style of gameplay.
Yeah, I know a little bit about the gameplay style in Loop.
Okay.
So, I have expectations about that.
Yeah. Ground Zeroes is the best at hands and guts. I will have to. I think so far I will have to give it to Ground Zeroes.
The gold medal
as well.
for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was pretty intense.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was pretty gross.
I've heard the same thing, La Bamba.
Okay.
So I'm looking forward to it. That's why your idea of practice was so appealing to me.
I think it makes sense that with each game that
evolution of gameplay.
things evolve and improve over time. So I think that about does it for today.
Yeah. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
For being so excited with us.
I think you're streaming more, correct? Final Fantasy V.
So on our schedule, tomorrow I'm continuing Final Fantasy V. Hopefully you guys can make it. And on Sunday also, Final Fantasy V.
Very exciting.
And then next week, it's more of the same.
More of the
same. With some Audrey. If you didn't see in our schedule, Audrey started Earthbound on Monday.
I started Earthbound on Monday. I went back to the poll that I made because I couldn't decide between Earthbound and Majora's Mask. I checked throughout the week. It evened out, and then Majora's Mask actually has more votes now.
Well, you snooze, you lose, voters.
I'm still continuing. I mean, I didn't give a lot of heads up or anything. I'm gonna still continue with Earthbound. I saw that and I was like, well,
it's just clear that both games are popular.
This is true, and that there's equal interest in both. So I'm excited for more Earthbound and Phantom Pain next week.
Yeah, Earthbound, Phantom Pain, Final Fantasy V. I don't know how far along I am in Final Fantasy V, but I mentioned it. I am thinking about what comes next for my solo stream after Final Fantasy V. So I'm looking forward to sharing those thoughts with you guys at a later time.
Sounds good.
But thank you guys for hanging out. We never promised more Metal Gear Solid, but here we are, Metal Gear Solid 5, finally, something that I don't know anything about.
Yeah.
I'm excited for the unknown. I'm excited for you guys to come along and react to both, or watch both Audrey and I react.
Yeah. And wildly speculate.
It's fun. I'm very excited for that because it's just been Audrey speculating for a couple months. I like speculating with you. Audrey and I do this when we watch like shows and stuff. So this is very exciting.
This is true.
For us to both kind of freak
I hope
out together.
it was still fun to hear me speculate with you already knowing.
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
I will miss that, but it'll be fun to participate with you.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you guys.
Bets.
Bets.
Call things.
Yeah, if we disagree about something, a prediction then perhaps. But I feel like we're gonna agree.
We're never gonna disagree.
Yeah.
Probably.
But yeah, thank you guys. This was Metal Gear Solid Ground Zeroes. Hope to see you guys tomorrow night. Here's some links. Socials are links: YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Discord. YouTube has higher quality recordings of our streams. So if you want to rewatch our stuff or catch up on old stuff, youtube.com/Reyony. Or you can watch the VODs here. And to help with that, here's a Google spreadsheet that I put together that lists everything that we've streamed, especially useful for new reviewers. If you wanted to be like, what games do Audrey and Anthony like? You can just look at the list. It'll also tell you, link you directly to the VODs of each playthrough. Very nice. We're on Instagram, Twitter. Come hang out with us on our Discord. We occasionally do polls for the games we're going to play. We talk about all kinds of fun stuff. Yeah. Come check us out on Discord.
Come check us out.
We're going to look for someone to raid right now.
Yes.
But this was a pleasure. Thank you for tolerating the delay of the start of the stream. We had some technical difficulties. Hopefully I can iron them out. I might need a new HDMI switch. I'll look into that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Sounds good. Thank you all so much.
Yeah. Have a good night, everyone.
We'll catch you in the next one.